listening to the decision reel.
Hey, welcome to the Decision Reel Movie Review Podcast, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday. This week, we got Walter and Tara back.
I have to say, I don't think we ever fail. I think we do it.
I've said it a million times.
We fail because
we veer off track a few times, but we get it done.
If I were to do a cut of one episode, let's say we pick a random episode, and I go through and cut out everything that has to do with
Trim
the
the
actual
fat.
movie, I bet you we would go from an hour 45 to like 25 minutes.
People might love that. Maybe they want the short and sweet.
I like it raw.
I'll say this. The people that I've talked to who actually do listen to this show weekly, because there's some, they say they enjoy the rants.
Well, that's good.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, more to come.
We're not
short on
them.
We're not short
Right.
on them. So.
We're definitely not. So, hey, if you're listening and watching YouTube specifically, subscribe, number one. Then tell us, do you want to hear more rants? Do you want to hear more talking about the actual of movies? Because we do review it. We do talk about how we feel
It
about the
happens.
movie.
We get through that.
We get there eventually.
There's just other stuff, too.
Right. So, speaking of that, Tara, what movie are we doing this week?
Knives Out, baby.
Which one?
The first Knives Out.
Okay.
The other one isn't.
I watched them
Knives
backwards.
Out.
Glass Onion, a Knives Out
Yes.
story or
Yeah.
whatever. Yes, Walter?
I watched them backwards. They're both great, but
They're both great, but
the Glass
I say-
Onion seems like a lot more comical than this one does. At least
it's a
to me.
different. It's a different style. Like a same undertones, but
Yeah.
they did it. It was a little
a
different.
lot more funny.
It's a different vibe, too. And I feel like they found what worked in the first movie, and then they leaned into that in the second movie.
And with like a
Basically,
little bit more like.
This is a
I feel like
Pizzazz.
more
this is
like
a phenomenal
yeah.
movie, by the way.
This
great.
movie.
blown away.
Yeah.
This no notes.
No notes.
No notes.
This is
I have no
great.
notes. This is a great movie.
It's like all the actors showed up,
Yep.
fully performed. If I would have,
Yep.
saw this in like the '90s or something, it would hold up then too. This is a great movie. It's as big.
It's great cast, great plot.
Imagine degrading the film
great
a little
outcomes.
bit, putting it back 15, 20 years. It's like, it would make sense if this would be just as big, if not bigger.
And Wally, you always talk about the whodunits.
Yeah, who does it?
And this is, I feel like, what you like, what you're into.
Oh, this is great. This doesn't feel like a normal format.
No, I
either.
feel like even though through the movie more than one time it gives you like, okay, this is what happened. There's still another like he says, there's still another donut.
They leaned into
Still
the
a
murder
hole.
mystery, man.
Oh,
Like-
they did.
Yeah, it's great.
They
The
give
Clue,
you all
I
of the
play in
info.
Clue.
They give you all the info more than one time, and it's still
And everybody's
surprises.
Everybody's a character,
Yeah,
and they go
Oh,
through and
yeah.
they let everyone be a character.
and they full send it. All
Yes.
of them did.
And I do
Beautiful.
like how if you're paying attention from the start, you see that each individual person plays a specific part in the story,
Yep, yeah.
right? And it does it in a genius way. I mean, if you go back and you look at like the original Clue movie from the 80s with Tim Curry and that, it kind of does the same thing. This does just as good as a job, I think, if not better, because Clue is normally, or is a comedy movie at first, right? But this movie is serious. It has some comedy in it, but also doesn't take itself too seriously. And I kind of like that.
I do agree that I think the second one has a little bit more of the quippy, like campy humor. Like, maybe it's more campy. Maybe campy is more the word. Like the second one's got a little bit more of the campy, goofiness than this one, but still same like undertones, same plot basis. Like him still in both of them, he comes in being like, I don't actually know.
Oh, right, exactly.
Like-
Well, in the second one, he invited to.
So he does know why he's there, but he
Right.
acts like he doesn't know why. In
Right,
this
right,
one,
right.
he really doesn't know why he's there. Oh,
What a boss.
Oh,
Spoiler
no.
for the second one.
Oh no!
a little bit.
Spoilers. Fuck
But
it.
in the
Daniel
first
Craig's
one, he
awesome.
really doesn't know why he's there. He's like, I'm not going to walk away though, because someone.
Yeah, someone.
Ask
Can I
me
give
to
you a
do it.
review?
Yeah,
on
do
this?
a review.
Can I give you a review?
Hold on, we're gonna do something here real quick. I've been looking.
This is really.
I've
good.
been looking for
Would you
the
like to try
best
one?
alcoholic teas.
I might
Try this one. I'll drink this one anyways. It's strawberry.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got a lemon right here.
take a swig of that.
Lemon.
I'll trade you. You do. You
'Cause
get in
strawberry's
that.
probably-
Here, I'll do the handoff.
The strawberries.
All
are
right, so
probably not
what
the
we're doing
vibe
right
either.
now for people listening is we have beverages, and this
We
is a
we are tea people.
We like the tea.
well,
Two
these
ways.
guys, these you two are more tea people than I
Twisted
used to be
Steve
more of
over
a tea.
there.
Yeah, but
What's up?
Steve found some hard Liptons, right? That's what these are?
These are brand new. Just came out, baby.
You are right that this is a more
tea.
It's more tamed and more tea.
Give it 2 swigs in there, Tara.
This is good. This might be my number one now.
It's up there.
I was very surprised.
Hoop tea's always been my top, but it's not a iced
Do
tea.
they just have a normal hard
She's
tea?
got it right there.
No, that's not
the lemon one.
The
is
lemon.
it is.
Well, there's a
That's
half and half. They got a half and half as well, which
Okay.
I drank all those yesterday.
An Arnie Palmer?
Yeah.
Dude, this is delicious.
It's good.
It's top of my list.
I still think.
See?
Just
hold on.
Smell
I
it.
love.
Put your nose in it.
You're right. I love
So
a twisted tea, but I feel like twisted tea is too sweet.
Here's what
And it
I'll
just-
say.
Does
you
feel like
can't
it's a lot
have-
of sugar in there.
I'm a twisted tea drinker. I'm not going to veer away from that. I love it.
She's locked.
But I do feel like twisted tea is more like you can tell more that you're drinking alcohol than this.
Yeah, this just tastes
is
like
more
tea.
tea.
It's not good for me. I'll tell you that.
This is closer to. Which
5%?
I don't know if you've had them yet. I know we've talked about it before, but they're not as common in our area. They're getting more common. But the Surfsides,
Yes.
those are more along these where it's smoother.
Surfside, like that's the brand.
That's the
Yeah.
brand. Yeah, the Surfside teas are a little
tea and vodka.
are like a little smoother. Yeah, but they're vodka. They're stronger. I think they're
Yeah.
like
Delicious.
they're
Also-
like 7%, 8%.
Also, I want to confess, I have a fear now of beaver of raspberry.
I like this better
Where
than
it
what I'm
comes from.
drinking.
I was like, you can see what I was searching,
Yeah.
right? Steve likes to inform all of us frequently that raspberry flavoring comes from
Beaver anus.
Yeah, beaver anus. And I was
Well, hold on.
kind
It's
of
not,
nervous.
it's not a beaver's
It's not-
anus.
it's-
It's the anal gland of a beaver.
Whatever
Whatever
it's
the
beaver
stuff
anus.
that's
What
in
it comes out.
what they excrete.
Yeah. So I have the peach one right now, and I was like, oh, go,
somebody-
please.
somebody
talk.
was
Let me
like-
look. Yeah,
I hope this is not.
Raspberry.
I hope peach flavoring is not
something like
beaver butt.
Well, we got
So
right
now
here.
I'm
It's saying
searching-
peach flavoring can be derived from peach extract, which are concentrated liquids that capture the essence of peaches.
Yeah, this
Doesn't say
makes
anything
sense.
about anybody's butthole.
that. I'm not gonna lie.
Doesn't say
It does
anything.
sound better when you say beaver butt than beaver anus. Like beaver
Does it
anus
though?
sounds. Yeah, no, it sounds
How do you spell raspberry?
Come on.
rasp.
Raspberry.
It's right there.
Is it a berry?
It's right there.
Is it a berry, Tara?
The raspberry is.
Oh, no. What?
What? Wait, no. Raspberry flavor comes directly from the raspberry fruit itself.
Yeah, the raspberry flavor. But I'm talking
Wait, hold
about
on.
flavoring in foods
He's
or
talking
drink.
about the
Wait, should I
additives.
type peach flavoring?
Artificial.
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 We'll do this in a
flavoring.
little bit because now I'm a little sketched out. I'm not
Steve,
off the
you might
wagon.
wanna-
That peach
you
might
might- yeah,
not be beef.
You might want to finish your tea first.
So I want to go
and
back to
then-
something real quick.
Yeah.
Tara, you talked about how we fail at reviewing movies.
I said we don't.
Okay, we just did because we just went off
But
on
we're
a
not
tangent.
done yet.
We're not, but if anybody's trying to pay
no.
attention,
If you were,
be in the flow with us. But we'll get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Failing would be
That's
as if we never
ass-
got to.
That's assuming that
review.
failing was removing what I would have just called the human element.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we were just showing the human element, which is me and my ADD.
We should rename the show to
Human
Attention
element.
Deficit Reviews.
There
Disorder.
we go.
Because we don't know what we're talking about.
Perfect.
Anyways, the plot of the movie we're supposed to do here, which is Knives Out.
Yep.
When renowned crime novelist Harlan Thrombey is found dead at his estate just after his 85th birthday, the inquisitive and debonair detective Benoit Blanc is mysteriously enlisted to investigate. That's a good plot. That's probably one of the better IMDb's that we've got.
Yeah.
Plot points.
A lot
I
of
feel like
IMDb's
some of them
got
haven't
recently
been
short and weird.
They haven't been very descriptive.
They've been like, hey, this is the movie. Watch it.
Yeah, some guys out there.
Which sometimes
copying
is
and pasting.
good, like to not know too much, but you got to.
True.
I mean, a little bit more.
Yeah, you got to give it a
A guy
little-
goes to the hospital and gets mad.
Yeah.
That's John Key right there for you.
That's actually pretty good.
I mean,
That's pretty good. Maybe I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
don't.
Maybe the best. I
Maybe
can't
the
do
best.
it. He does it great. I can't fucking do it.
Where to watch this guy for free? Nowhere. Subscription? Nowhere. If you can want to rent it, no. Subscription does not include having Amazon Prime because you have to rent it from there.
I watch it for free
Where?
on Prime. I don't
Okay,
know what I had. I don't know what I
subscription,
had.
Amazon Prime. Okay,
but I
whatever.
watched it on
Okay,
Prime.
I'm just reading what
At
it says
this
on the internet
time
at the
and
time
place.
and place when I
Yeah,
made the notes. Where to rent it? Amazon, YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Fandango, at
I wonder why.
Probably on uTorrent if you need.
it's on Napster,
Napster if you want.
Kazaa, maybe
LimeWire.
LimeWire. Oh
You
my
remember that
god!
shit?
Oh, shit.
My parents' computer definitely remembers that.
Took a dude.
Do you guys remember like the songs you would download from LimeWire, and in the middle of some of them there would be the random like on today.
Or
yeah,
that,
it would be
yeah,
some random like thing in the background.
Or it would like go in and out in a weird like.
Dude, I try to put Peace Walker, the Metal Gear on our computer at Allegro.
Oh, I bet you just.
And I crashed it.
Allegro must
and they
be
had to call someone to come do the hard drive.
Don't know
and
what
the
happened,
guy
just
came
fucking-
in and he's like, do you know what's on here? And I was like, maybe. He's like, all right, I won't tell anybody.
Because he was probably like also Metal Gear Solid fan.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tried it myself. Here's what you.
It's a
gotta do.
cult. We're a cult.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Yeah, show him.
Danger.
Which one I have? Jamming.
Jamming.
Yeah, if
And
you
then
know
Tara's got the
Caution.
caution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one here. Say it, Wally.
Which one?
What's the noise?
I can't do the noise
Bang.
with my mouth. You do the noise. It's called a...
I don't know.
It's called a bang.
Is it a bang?
It's an
surprise
exclamation point, but when you say it, like when you're reading it, like you know how people do like the alpha, beta, like you say
Yeah,
bang
yeah,
when
yeah,
you get to exclamation point.
Ah.
I know that because of Carrick.
My brother's.
That's not just something that I know. That's
your roommate, Carrick. My brother's text tone to this day is still the codec call, and every time I'm around, I'm like, "You're not really a fan. Have you even played Metal Gear Solid 4?"
I was watching a video on YouTube today, if we're doing another tangent, where it's like, I think there's a lot of people pretending to be video game enthusiasts
like
out
Elon
there.
Musk.
A lot of them, including him, which is...
I'm one of the top ranked players in the world at this fucking game.
No. You played a little bit, and then someone else was playing all the heavy shit for you.
Yes.
Anyways, but there's a lot of these guys walking around everywhere. There should be, if you're going to do a rating for stuff like this, I want your credentials.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to know SNES. I want to know what you did. I want to know your favorite games.
I want to know where you grew up. I want to see what you played on specific dates.
what GPA did you have? Did
correlating
you play
to
sports?
the release date of
All right,
said games.
quick fire with Steve.
Okay, let's go.
And possibly Tara. We'll see.
Goddamn.
All right, I'm going to name a system.
Yep.
You're going to name your favorite game or most played game on said system.
Okay, are we doing the rapid fire or is it
can't
like
play.
an order?
It'll be
of-
semi-rapid fire.
I don't think I can play.
Okay,
That's
let's
fine.
do N64.
N64 Pilot Wings.
Oh, what a fucking... Everyone says the SNES one is better.
No.
Negative. SNES one, it's
Negative.
great,
Yeah.
but it's not the same.
It's not.
Play PS1.
PS1. Ooh, it's Metal Gear Solid 1, but I'm fucking like
Did
Gran
you
Turismo.
go for like further like Splinter Cell and all those other...
Oh no, Siphon Filter. Splinter
yeah.
Cell was
It's like
PS2,
2 or 3
right?
discs, dog.
Yeah. Siphon Filter was
Sorry,
whack.
Tara. It'll be quick.
Oh, I'm fine.
I'm thinking like Gran Turismo in
I'm
PS1
sitting
days,
over here
Rally
just-
Cross in PS1,
Gran Turismo 2?
Sled Storm. Remember SSX?
Oh,
Remember
my
the
God.
Cool Borders? Twisted Metal 2? I could go for fucking days.
Oddball Parappa the Rappa.
I'm literally just over here
Pussy, it's all
trying
in
to
the mind.
remember
This
what
is what I'm
games
talking about. If I
were
don't
even
see
on
you
it.
know these things, you're out.
You're out.
I don't care what you say about these video
Exactly.
games. All right,
I'm
Hold
over
on.
here just even
You wanna
trying to
do another
remember
oddball?
what games I played on N64.
Hold on, you stop.
honestly.
We only did 2. What else you got?
You want to keep it flying?
Yeah.
I know you, so this might be biased. Let's do PS3. That's a
PS3,
big
like
one.
my favorite ever game on PS3.
I could pick it out. It's on PS2 and PS3.
I don't know.
It's 3. It's Metal Gear Solid 3.
Well, Metal Gear,
It came out on both.
to me, Metal Gear Solid 3 is a PS2 game.
Yeah,
so
yeah, 100%.
That's fucking,
Initial release.
Yeah, that's my favorite game on PS2. But PS3, I'm gonna talk about a series that's been gone for a while that I want to come back.
What's that?
The Resistance series.
Oh, I always forgot. That was one that you did. I came over and I watched you play.
Great games, alien kind of contact thing in the 1940s. So instead of
remember
World War
doing
II
that in
happening,
Killzone.
yeah, well, Killzone, well, we can get to that. But instead of World War II happening, we get fucking invaded by aliens, and then we all have to band together as one giant country. Well, not one giant country, but as the Earth against the
won't work.
aliens and stuff. It was wild. It was a great.
You know what's a
games.
great game I came late to recently? Portal.
Portal's great as well.
Phenomenal.
Carrick likes that one.
Phenomenal.
I know that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a
GLaDOS.
last one. Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color. Pikachu fucking edition.
Yellow?
Pokemon. Yellow edition.
Yeah. Okay. Very easy. That's easy peasy. Do you want one, Tara? Did you
want
play a system when you were
I play.
or now?
Well
you
now
PC game?
we have X. We're an Xbox house.
We're an Xbox.
So
house.
we've
that
got
sucks.
the
Trash.
I've got the I have the
Although Sony is
newest
kind of falling off.
the
It's kind of
newest
frustrating.
Xbox. I have the newest Xbox.
Which tell me what is the name of that Xbox?
Oh.
Exactly.
fucking
No
know.
one knows. Xbox
think
doesn't
I
even
know?
know. Microsoft's
Carrot
like
could tell
Xbox
you.
Series XYZ 2.5.
Do you know
It's
why we have it?
redundant?
You know why we have the newest one?
Because he
Why
got
is
it for
that?
free.
Because the game that I wanted to play didn't come on
Jurassic World.
the other one. No,
Jurassic-
the Zoo Tycoon game that finally came out on console. It used to just be computers and it came out on console, but I couldn't get it on the console that I had.
Yeah. Well, they have.
That's what
Still, chances are it might be on Microsoft's thing too. So if you want to do PC-esque stuff, you could do that.
All right, my turn. To you. You ready?
Dude, I have thousands of video games.
But Jurassic World Evolution would be my answer. 2.
2.
The second one, not the first one. The first one's trash now.
Yeah.
No, the second one came out. First one's like
Trash.
what?
Sega Genesis.
I get my third one next year.
Sega Genesis. So it's on SNES, but
it's the fucking Lion King, dog. What?
no. First Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, okay, good poll.
That was a
Good
big
poll.
one for me. I didn't do it on SNES. I did it on Sega.
Okay.
I had Super
Casino.
Nintendo.
Yes, I remember Casino. Holy shit.
Release. Anyways,
Jeopardy.
I had Super Nintendo. I had N64. I had Wii and Xbox. Those are the ones. we
GameCube.
had.
GameCube, Twin Snakes,
Ooh. You know that's
Beeline
expensive as hell to
remake.
get?
Yeah, it's rare. I got it, dog. What you know about that?
It's your boy.
Smash X,
Smash X.
Smash Bros.
Okay.
Project
James
X.
Bond. We used to
Project
play
M,
the
Project
James Bond games a lot. Yeah. And the Tomb Raider game.
GameCube today still holds up.
It really does.
You plug a
actually. It really
GameCube
does.
in, it is still.
There's a huge modding
It's
community
beautiful.
still for
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. So Smash Bros. That's a modded version of it. Where they had like another 1,000 characters.
Look at that. PS1.
Mine would be Metal Gear, but I can name 1,000. Final
so
Fantasy
take-
7.
Okay, I was gonna say take Metal Gear
That's a big
Solid
one.
1
Beat
out
that
of
10.
out of the contention because we know that is
Sure.
the game.
Lugia.
Ooh.
All the RPG games. I dealt with those. Those were a big thing. Final Fantasy 9, 8. Not a lot of people played. 7 was a huge one. Tactics.
Ooh.
I played Fighter, which was super dope. Dude, we can go down. That's a laundry list.
Ace Combat 3.
Dude, yeah. I got the new Ace Combat
There you
on
go.
Steam. It's
Look at
dope.
that. All right. Switch.
Nintendo's the Switch tag. That to whatever that's amazing. All the Zeldas. Tears of the Kingdom. Phenomenal game.
Phenomenal.
I wish it didn't run at 30 frames.
It is. What
So I put it on my Steam Deck.
And it
Runs at a
plays-
fresh 60, a little clicky, but way better.
Hey, fuck that.
Get it
let's
on a
go-
ROG and then run FSR, and then you're running at least 60 to 90 frames. It's the best shit in the world.
Let's go with N64.
Ooh, that's a deep Wave Race.
Oh, Wave Race 64.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was the Yoshi game on N64 or was that Super Nintendo?
Like where Yoshi is introduced, or when it's just like a
It's
separate
Yoshi.
Yoshi
It's
game.
just a Yoshi game, but you play different color Yoshis in different levels.
I'm pretty sure you can do So I didn't do.
I
I
had
did
it.
Mario 64. I didn't do any other.
I didn't
Marios
say it didn't
afterwards.
exist. I said I don't know about that one.
Pokemon Stadium. You remember that?
Oh, dude, Pokemon Snap.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody forgot
Genius.
about that shit.
It's
You just-
great.
What's the game? You're just going around going, hey, look, it's,
clicking
it's
pictures.
Snorlax.
You're
Done.
a terrible photographer.
Exactly.
Anyways,
back to what we're actually here to talk about, which is movies. But
sometimes we
Yoshi's-
venture.
sometimes we do the best.
Yoshi's
Put a like in the
Story.
bottom if you want to do a video
Yoshi's
game.
Story. What was it on N64? Because I remember looking at the
No, it's
cover.
SNES. Is Yoshi's
SNES?
Story,
What is it?
I believe.
No, it's N64.
Is it?
64.
Is it Yoshi?
I knew there was a Yoshi game that I played on N64. I just couldn't remember the name of it, and I looked.
What's the one with Small Mario? That was because that game was great. I can't
Caper
remember.
Mario.
It wasn't
I
Paper
also
Mario. It
played-
was like Little Mario and Yoshi was on the cover.
Donkey Kong too,
Super Mario 2,
but
which
that
isn't
might have been
actually a
Super
Mario
Nintendo.
game. Do we want to go down that fucking
It's
route?
still great though.
But it
a
is,
sleeper
but
of
it's a
a video
completely different game.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey
Yeah.
Kong
Donkey
Country.
Kong. Yeah. Diddy.
Yeah.
Diddy. It's great.
Diddy. What?
Not
He's
that
in
one.
jail.
Not that. Not that one. Diddy Kong.
Anyways, Knives Out is written by, so people call him Rian Johnson, but it's actually Rian Johnson.
Rian Johnson.
But yeah, it's spelled R-I-A-N.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Do you
Dope.
know anything else he's done?
No. I'm telling you know me. We don't
Not
ask
by
her.
name.
She's
You're
way
right.
better for
No,
those.
not usually writers.
Sure. So, well, he wrote and directed it.
Okay.
Sorry,
Rain
I should say.
Weenie. That's all I got from that.
So he did, obviously, the second movie, and he's doing the third, Knives Out. But the biggest
Which the
thing
third,
that he did,
they already released the cast for it, and it's
Oh, yeah.
stacked too,
Wild.
just like the other ones.
the biggest thing that he did that a lot of people are mad at is the second Star Wars movie in the newest trilogy. So The Last Jedi. He's the one that came in and kind of changed and did some things
That one
made some
wasn't
people.
as bad as the last one. but it
I
wasn't
feel like
good.
here's my. I'm gonna quickly get through this. So the new trilogy, and Tara's checked out because she's like, I don't know a Star Wars.
I mean, I was checked out when we started talking gaming consoles.
I mean,
so.
touche. Stay checked out for a second.
Okay.
Okay, I can do that. So the new trilogy, right? They came in with a great opening movie. That first Force Unleashed is a good movie. I don't care what anybody says. So
Well, that was the first. It was kind of like the first Star Wars remade with different casting.
correct. But what they did was they left an open-ended
Star
plots.
Wars games are amazing, by the way.
Okay,
Those
we didn't even
Force
talk about
Unleashed,
like
but
Rogue
go,
One.
keep going.
Look at
Yeah, no, hey, what's
Rogue
up? I'm just
Squadron.
on the podcast.
Anyways, yeah.
It's
Those
fake, by the way,
three,
it's fake.
those three.
Those three.
Not
Anyways,
non-canon is what
he
you're telling me.
came in and basically they set it up to where they said, look, we're going to keep this open-ended and any director and writer can take this and do what they want with it, right? We didn't have a story arc planned for 1, 2, and 3. We just made a movie that was basically, and what people will say is a cookie-cutter remake of the first, or, episode 4, and they just made it with new people and they said, okay, do what you want
The
with it.
cadence and the major events felt very similar.
Correct, which is fine because it's
Yeah.
Star Wars. That's the whole point. The issue is Rian Johnson came in and said, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to kill people off. I'm going to say, fuck this, fuck that. I'm going to change up the Star Wars like beats, story beats. And I kind of respect that, but at the same time, it wasn't a good movie.
Okay, I'm try to word this without sounding ridiculous. Doing something to do something
Is not doing something.
is always felt counterproductive. When you act on how the feeling and the vibe, like if you watch the first one and then just go with that,
Right.
You don't see people. I don't envision anyone really dying,
Right.
or a ton of people dying. So it's like, I don't know, just doing like being edgy. Were you fucking being edgy, dog?
Well, my biggest part of that, there's 2 big plot points in The Last Jedi that I thought was the dumbest thing ever. Number 1 being Leia, who all of a sudden has force powers flying
Force
through
powers.
space.
That was Prime Disney doing its thing right there. That was Prime Disney doing its thing.
Also, you have a captain of that ship who literally sacrifices herself at the end to save them so they can get away,
Yeah.
right? But the whole time, she's not telling anybody her plan, and it's so stupid because she could have told 2 people and everything would have been fixed.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Moving on. Anyways, he also directed a movie I really liked that no one talks about anymore, Looper.
Oh, I liked Looper.
Looper's fantastic.
Looper's
don't-
good.
Talk
don't
about
remember it
what's
as
his face? What's his name?
Joseph
The lead-
Gordon-Levitt.
doing Bruce Willis's.
He was great at it.
like
his cadence,
his
his nose, yeah,
the
yeah.
makeup
Yeah.
on that was fucking fantastic.
He looked great, and it was good. It was a great movie, and the whole idea of if you change something in the future, it's fucking up the past, or it's wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
I like Jumper too.
Yeah, you can't
I wanna talk
go into
about
the
that.
past. You can only go into the future, dog.
Right. Not a lot of people like that movie.
Which one?
I didn't
Jumper.
dislike Jumper.
I really liked it.
With Anakin Skywalker?
Yeah, it was a fresh take on something that no one's ever
What's
done
his name?
before.
Hayden
Christensen.
Christensen.
I never watched that one.
Had the girl from the OC in it, Summer.
Rachel Bilson.
You
Rachel
would.
Bilson.
They dated.
You would.
They dated.
did date.
after that.
I thought it was a great idea that you could just jump wherever you wanted and how it would have went.
As
and,
long as
yeah.
he's seen it or whatever.
As soon as we left not this last time, but last time we were all hanging out after the podcast. As soon as you left and I went home, the very first thing to pop up on all my shit was the Ryan Reynolds and what's her face.
They're listening.
Debacle.
They're listening.
And I was like, I haven't given a shit about this one time. And then
Steve's
sure
fault.
enough, right afterwards, I'm like, okay. They're always listening.
fucked up your algorithm.
I don't want to see it either. No, I don't think anybody wants to see it.
No, you could give less of a shit.
It's because they're
Just figure it out.
famous.
Just
because
figure
they're
it out.
famous, so it's going to be all over the place.
You're
But
100%.
It's something
correct.
to look at.
Anyways, this movie is rated PG-13 for thematic elements including brief violence, some strong language, sexual references, and drug material.
Have any of you ever been on morphine?
No.
Have you had a morphine patch?
No.
Like if you have like a achy, like a severe, like they'll do them for your back or something like that.
No, I'm not a big...
It's crazy.
I'm sure it's a...
I went bedridden after a 75-foot bridge jump and a 4-hour kayak ride.
Hold on a second. When was this?
I was probably 22 or 23. It was
Tried
during
to
the
jump a
time where
ravine?
people were doing the there was like this where you get a bucket of water dumped on you for a
The Ice
cause.
Bucket Challenge. It was the ALS.
Anyways, it was that period of time,
think.
and I was jumping off bridges left and right.
Oh,
and we
boy,
went
I
on a
remember
camping
this,
trip
yeah.
down to it was by Roanoke Rapids, and there was a bridge that was it said 75 feet, and there was 4 of us there camping down below. I was like,
Spoiler alert, it wasn't 75 feet.
yeah. Oh, I have the video.
Oh.
I have video proof of this on my old Facebook. Anyways, you see a little black dot, which is me. Little Richard Pryor running down the street.
Ooh,
And then you see me jump, and I shit you not, it's just doing this. And you see a splash, and you hear one of the people go, "Oh, I hope he's not dead. I hope he's not dead." And it took me forever to come back up. The craziest part about this bridge was, I looked this up afterwards, the bridge was remade like 20 years, and there was still pilings from the original bridge that I felt
Walter.
as I was coming up.
This is the greatest news.
This is why men die.
Yeah. On
Younger.
top of it,
On top of it.
we had a guy, little George, which is a student that I taught, waiting in a kayak to swim me back up river.
Little Jorge.
I hang on. We get back up river, and we start getting ready to go because I wanted to do it before we left.
Yeah.
I didn't want to ruin anyone's trip right out the gate.
my God.
The cop shows up, said someone called him saying that someone tried to commit suicide off the bridge.
Did you?
So not only
No, I was fucking like, I got it.
not only did you do that jump, but then you had to sit in a car on the ride home.
So no.
I don't feel so good.
The car ride was to drop another vehicle like 10 miles down the river because we had planned a kayak trip that day. I jumped off the bridge, parked the
but
car,
I thought you said
drove back.
I thought you said you did it at the end though.
The end of the camping. The end of
trip,
the camping.
the trip.
Oh,
trip.
but you
Yeah,
still
it was
had
like-
a day of.
Yeah, we had a day of kayaking, so I jumped in a kayak and
So even
kayaked
worse.
for 4
Then
or
you
5
kayaked
hours.
and then you sat in a.
And the
frickin'
reason this
vehicle.
comes up is because after this trip, I was bedridden for
Bedridden.
days, and then finally I
You're
got a
broken.
morphine patch.
Straight up broke.
And it was like nothing had happened, which is super dangerous.
Oh,
They
yeah.
put it right on my back. I went skateboarding and everything the next day, and as soon as that morphine patch wore off, I was like, this was a terrible
What's
idea.
wild is morphine's not even the strongest thing they'll give you in the hospital.
I
Morphine's like the first step.
they
And
get
if that helps, then they don't need to go
This patch was
further.
this
But
big.
there's morphine, and then there's I think fentanyl
And-
is next, and then Dilaudid
Well,
is the.
they gave me
Next
something and it worked, whatever it was, and it was the best. It literally, I was able to jump right out of bed.
When
Like,
Carrick was
"Oh,
going
okay."
through before he had his emergency gallbladder surgery, which is where they found his cancer. This was like a whole thing. But before he had his emergency gallbladder surgery, we kept going to the hospital for his extraordinary stomach pain, just like the worst, and we could not figure out what was going on. They got him to the hospital. I was like, we're taking you when you're in the middle of it because so they can see what's happening because he's like keeled over like dying, and they didn't do a good job. I'm not gonna say what hospital we were at, but they didn't do a good job.
We're not naming names.
They were like, oh, maybe it's an ulcer or something. So like they give him
I had an ulcer
morphine.
too.
They give him morphine. The
I
morphine
had to get endoscopy.
did not work.
Whatever it is.
They gave him fentanyl. The fentanyl took the edge off, but did not work. So they gave him second round of fentanyl, and then they finally gave him Dilaudid, and Dilaudid was the only thing that took the pain away. And
Jesus.
they still stuck with ulcer. It's probably an ulcer. Avoid these foods. So fair enough. We go
Avoid
home.
these foods.
We go home. We avoid those foods. Something he had like Chick-fil-A or something one day, and went into a freaking went into another like attack, and it was like over 24 hours. Like it didn't go away. So I was like, we're going back to the fucking
Yeah,
hospital
obviously,
because
yeah.
this is ridiculous. It's been almost 48 hours. They go, it's a different doctor. It's a different doctor in the ER, like a different head doctor at the time. He's got like cargo pants on and he looks like he was like a military doctor, and now he's a doctor, like he's back home, so he's a doctor in a hospital, but he's like, I'm still not wearing a fucking tie, and so like he looked like that. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
I don't like that.
And no, he was the best one though, because he was like, I think
He
it's
was
probably
house.
your
He was
gallbladder.
house.
We're gonna take you, get a scan, blah blah blah.
We need you to
Turns
do
out it was
cocaine.
his gallbladder.
Oh.
Had to get in. It was so bad. Not only did gallbladder is normally an outpatient surgery.
Yeah.
You get it taken out. You're home. You go home that day.
Yeah.
His was so bad they had to do emergency surgery. Had to put a drain in
Oy.
because it was so bad they had to still. And we were there for a couple days.
Don't like that.
And that's how. But it took all of that.
Don't like that at all. Nope.
It was crazy. And then but how we found the lymphoma.
That's good.
Was
then.
that
That's
so? Because had they not done the surgery, they wouldn't
Silver
have seen
lining.
the lymph nodes, the lymph nodes that were bad.
So to bring this full circle, we're gonna watch a video in which Wally
Almost
loses
died.
his gallbladder.
And I'm telling you, 2
It
feet,
came out of him and went back in. Like
2 feet to the left of this,
Dead. He hit it.
right
Oh,
where I fucking land. Oh, hold on. Where's the full screen on this?
This is 2014.
This is 2014.
I was living in West Virginia at this time.
So you could have been by this. You don't know.
Where was this?
This is in Virginia, right?
Where was this, Wally?
Virginia? This is off Route 17.
Okay, I was in West Virginia, so probably not nearby.
He's on top of this. For anybody who's not who's listening, get into the YouTube.
Oh my god! No, oh my god! Whoever's filming. Oh my god!
You'll see George come out of the kayak right there.
That Carrick jumped off a rock about that height in West Virginia on a lake.
He's okay.
As soon as I get to shore, the cops roll up.
I honestly expected that to be higher with the way that you're talking about
That's
it. Though.
higher than it looks.
Look, I'm 6 feet, so
I was
it's
gonna
like
say you're
the
a long
the math will
guy.
add up if you do it. It
You're
says
a
on the
long
side
guy.
of the bridge as you're walking up too, right? So I'm like, oh fuck.
And I bet you that fall felt a lot slower.
Yeah,
than what it
I
just
didn't
looked.
know that throwing rocks helps out. You can break water tension
Yes.
way better than what I was just breaking it with my ass.
That is a MythBusters episode. They did a thing. If you throw a sledgehammer before you hit a body of water, will it help not kill you? And it does.
Yeah, so look, and we're talking about my myths and shit that happened. There was a video right there. Me and Steve went over that pool shot. That pool shot was there.
Oh yeah.
That fucking 7-corner pool shot on 8-ball.
In. That was at Catamaran.
Yeah.
Which is now Bug Eye Grill.
Yep. Yeah,
And it's been like 7 different things in between that.
Yeah.
Crazy times.
People don't believe sometimes, man. You gotta document.
People also don't forget.
Hashtag never forget.
Anyways, again, failing at this movie review, but we're going to continue with it. Knives Out is starring Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, Chris Evans as Hugh Ransom. Look,
You got to do it now. It's hard not to.
It's huge Ransom.
Well, it's Huge Jackman. That's what I call him every time. So every time I see Hugh, I'm like, oh shit.
We have Ana de Armas as Marta.
Carrick loves her.
I will say, Colombian.
He loves her. She was in a movie with Keanu Reeves.
So sweet in this
Knock
too.
knock.
Yeah, he's loved her since that movie.
I wonder why. If you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh wait, what is this?
They
We'll watch it later.
yeah. But it's 2 girls. They show up to Keanu Reeves' house and they're like, oh my god,
They rape him.
Yeah.
And then like
blackmail him and shit. But they're like, oh no, we're broke down. We need to use your phone. Blah blah blah. It's raining, and
I'm all wet. Can I?
He lets them in, and he tries to be a decent guy, and then
gets raped. Can you say that on YouTube?
Over.
He gets graped, like the flavor that.
But it's
tied to the radiator.
Right.
But she's in it. I could not tell you who the other girl is now off the top of my head. But
I don't want to put it on.
she's in it.
Doesn't matter. Don't. We also got Jamie Lee Curtis as Linda, Michael Shannon as Walt Thrombey. I love that last name, Thrombey.
Jamie Lee Curtis can act her ass off.
I've never seen her do anything where I'm
Can
like,
you
that was
believe she only
phenomenal.
just got an Oscar though, like
That
last
was
year?
phenomenal.
Or
It's one of
whatever it
those
was.
things where it's like Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's gotta be
right?
the projects
He's
and
going
stuff,
up
you know,
against stuff that it's like,
Right.
you did great,
And
guy.
that's why
but
when
this
he
is
got
better.
it for what he got it for, we were all like this. Not that it was
Wasn't
bad.
It the Great Gatsby?
No, it was the
Revenant.
Yes.
Revenant. Yeah,
and so it's not like it was bad. Like obviously he did a great job, but you're like,
There's a couple
of
weird.
his catalog.
There was
Right.
the era when what Matt Damon came out with The Martian. It was him and doing another movie, and I was like, "Fuck, man, it sucks. You're going up against The Martian's a phenomenal fucking movie.
Yep.
It was
I'm
good.
a fucking space pirate.
Honestly,
you know,
just
like
that,
you can't.
that era of
Throwing
actors.
potatoes on Mars.
But that era of just actors and movies in general, like Leo, Matt, like there's just been a bunch of them that they were all competing around the same time for the longest
That
time.
guy's just living out on boats with models, young models.
Oh, what? You're
It's not
20
like
now?
it's not
Get
like
out of
yeah,
here.
it's not like a good positive outlook.
I mean, I guess they're both getting what they want. I don't know.
It's the ongoing. Well,
You
not
get
for long.
what
It's
you
he doesn't
want.
stay with many of them for very long. It's an ongoing joke that as soon as they turn 25, he dips. That's like
I said 20.
That's
Same
the
thing.
ongoing like
But
joke
also,
around it.
But also, like, they know what they're in there for, those women.
Exactly.
Not saying they don't, but roles reversed.
mutual.
What?
If a chickie was dating that many
Not
people,
at all.
it's not
at
okay.
all.
Not okay.
Not at all.
Nope.
I would say it's even less bad.
Less bad.
Yeah, right. Like, because I see an older lady and a young guy. I'm like, yeah, man. Fuck
Rob
yeah.
that cradle. Fuck it.
I feel, and I'm not a lady, but if I am a lady looking outside in at another relationship, and I see a young lady and an old dude, I think gross. Right? Is that the generalized
Gross.
version of it? Dudes are
guess,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
But also,
Get it.
roles, if you don't look at the age thing, even if you just look at roles reversed, like how many people he's dated in general, you look at a woman's dating history in the media, they attack her. If she's dated even half the amount of people.
If they're famous?
Yeah. If they're dating if they've dated even half the amount of people that he have, regardless of the age difference, they're like, oh my God, what's wrong with her?
Right. I don't know what's wrong with her.
When it's like, okay, calm down.
No, she's fucking getting it. Is what
She's
doing.
she's living her
Let
life.
get it.
Calm down.
Right. We also got Don Johnson is Richard Drysdale. Tony Collette.
The cat. The cat.
Yeah.
Oh, long,
Tony Collette, who I fucking
Love her.
Love anything she's
All
in.
the time.
Great.
Probably not a Steve movie, but in the movie In Her Shoes that she does with Cameron Diaz, used to be. It's not like a crazy like phenomenal movie, but
It's a box
she
cutter.
does so good. Like you feel the things she feels
Yes.
in that movie.
Oh,
You
there's
know
a
what I
movie
mean?
that have you seen? Why? Hereditary with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking great in that.
Top tier.
Yeah.
The way
my
that
God.
the way that
God.
she can pull off this type of character and still pull off that like feels like she's gonna come out of her skin with emotion type of character is crazy. Like the screams and the crying and stuff, but still be this kind of like, oh my
Right.
God, like whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like a bubbly,
range.
girly girl. Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
range
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me,
yeah.
you
She's
know?
great.
Like-
We also got
She's great.
Lakeith Stanfield is directed Detective Lieutenant Elliot. So
like him.
he's good. I like in this movie too. It's not like he's in a lot of scenes, but the scenes he's in, he leaves a
The
presence.
favorite moment by him is the end where he's just like, damn. Like when they're like doing
they
it, and
call
he's just
out
like,
Chris.
damn.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's like, oh shit.
Jaden Martell is Jacob Thrombey. Ricky or Ricky, I don't know. Ricky, R-I-K-I, Ricky probably Ricky.
Probably.
Ricky Lindholm is Donna Thrombey.
I just
And
I just had a moment.
oh God,
I had a moment, right? In a lot of these really good movies, they put a character in there that's pretty much an audience member, just like we are. I think that guy was the audience member
Okay.
because he's just watching it unfold. He's really
detective.
fixated
Oh.
on him going. That's
Damn.
that's us.
yeah,
That's us.
You're not wrong.
Because he is obviously he participates, but for most of it, he's like, "What? This is a waste of time. Like this is a suicide."
Sorry, I had
blah,
a,
blah,
it was
blah."
my that was,
But,
that was
yeah.
my terror moment. I had a terror moment for a sec.
that was my ad coming through.
Yeah, I got
ADD.
fixated on it.
I know what. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. We also got Christopher Plummer as Harlan Thrombey. I thought he did a great job.
Does that last
doing
name
this.
bother any of you guys?
Thrombey?
See, he likes it. I don't like it.
But it
it's
sounds-
too close to throbbing for me.
Okay, that's
Didn't-
not.
didn't not- that's-
No,
yeah.
I was not there.
I
That's
think
not
it
where I
sounds
was,
like a
but-
What'd you guys
good.
think?
I just didn't like I just didn't like it. I didn't like the sound of it.
I think it sounds like an old school like family name that you would see with a crest behind it, like Thrombey. Like,
Can we just get crests?
See, to me,
Can I just
Thrombey
get a
sounds
crest? I
almost made
technically
up.
have juniors out the wall.
100%.
Is there like a
Hold on.
website you can just go and look up if your family has
100%,
one? Because
Wally.
maybe my family
If you
has
just
one.
type
How
in
do you know?
Ivanov crest, you're gonna see it and it's gonna come up. I know I probably got one. Everyone's got one. Let's be real.
Do we?
I don't know. I'm gonna look mine up right now.
I mean,
just gonna
I'm
give us a bunch of random crest.
I don't know. Is that as common in Italian heritage? I know, but
shit.
the other side of me is Irish.
Ivanov coat of arms.
The other side
at
of me is Irish,
Look at
so
that.
I probably have one. I might have an Irish one. I don't know that
Mine
I have an
maybe.
Italian one.
My grandpa could have been full of shit, but he used to always joke about me being related to the Impaler, Vlad the Impaler.
That's
And
kind
then
of
and he brought it up a few times, and he brought up like lineage stuff, and I'm like, no. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't got one. You know what's funny? My last name is like Smith in Hungary.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You ever look it up? You know what mine is in Russian?
Joe.
Vladimir.
Oh,
Walter is Vladimir.
Isn't that just
Vlad.
everybody's name
Vlad.
there over there?
Yeah, probably.
probably.
Did you just fucking?
No,
Never mind.
I just feel
Never
like
mind.
that's. I feel like in a lot of
What do you
movies.
mean Who do you mean everybody?
I feel like even in a lot of movies, I feel like that name
gotta
has
do
just been used. I feel like that
do
name
you
has
mean,
just
you
been
people?
used constantly.
It's very, very popular over there.
With
Yeah,
the- yeah.
100%.
You know,
What are you talking?
in-
the illegals? They're
in
coming-
certain
It's like
areas,
the Muhammad of like.
Muhammad,
I can't remember
Muhammad.
what town she specifically went to, but my grandma had gone to Ireland, obviously years and years ago before she passed. But my grandma had gone to Ireland, and some town that she was in or some city she was in, there was like the Tara General Store, the Tara Courts, the Tara like blah blah blah, because it's a common
that guy.
Irish name.
Look at that
but-
guy. Ivanov.
Jesus.
He was in Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai never dies.
I got pinged for my name for a while.
You got what?
Like with the government, like it was like
Pinged?
highlighted. Yeah, well, it's Russian, so I was doing security clearance shit, and they were like, "You
Well-
from here? Are you sure you're from here?"
Well, you're good now.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause-
we're
'cause
making
we're
friends, I guess.
yeah. I like it. Anyways, runtime on Knives Out is 130 minutes. For anybody who's still watching, listening, please, we're going to talk about the movie. It's going to
Ronaldo
happen.
does have one in
It's
Italy.
going to happen. Ronaldo has a family crest.
But
Hold it up.
but
Hold it up.
it's like McDonald's though. It's like
Kind of like it.
red and yellow.
Makes
But
sense.
here's the thing.
Red and yellow. Red and
I'm
yellow.
pretty sure we were not. We've seen like the
Not loving it.
pages of like the
The articles of impeachment.
no
We've
where
seen
they
it.
signed where they came where they came over and
Stuck
they
a cigar in
signed.
her bottom.
They
They were the
signed.
best articles you've ever seen.
No, what's the book called where the immigrants would come over and they'd sign the.
Book of the Dead.
De la Muertos.
No, you know what?
No, I'm
Where they
I'm-
come over and they
Oh,
like
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah, yeah,
coming
yeah.
over to America. They'd sign.
Yeah.
So we've seen our
Sure.
relatives, like our first
Nicto.
relatives that came over, and it actually looks like we were actually Rinaldi's, and the eye because you loop the eye when you do.
I'm listening.
I'm listening actively.
the Nepomucen
We thought
ex mortis.
we were Rinaldi's, and they changed it to Ronaldo because it sounded more American than Rinaldi.
Rinaldi
But-
sounds like a chain, a restaurant chain.
But when you
so that
look,
was probably a
when
good
we
choice.
saw the signature in the book, we actually think maybe they didn't change it. They actually misread it because you loop the I in cursive, and the I we think looked like an O to them, but you can see a faint
Oh, I get what you're
dot.
saying. You don't know how they wrote it, and you're like, man, we're going with this.
Yeah, so we think from my grandpa and grandma doing history before, we think we're actually Ronaldi's with an I, but in America we're all Ronaldos.
That's cool. Hey, I want to try something real quick. You ready?
The Necronomicon Ex Mortis.
You got it back. Yes. Has that been there the whole time?
Yeah.
We used it forever.
Yeah, I like it. Anyways, release date of Knives Out, November 27th, 2019.
I definitely saw this in the theater. We
Me
went
too.
and saw it for sure.
I saw the second one at home in my boxers because it was on Netflix.
Oh yeah, because it didn't go to theaters.
Nope.
Did it? Yeah, and the third one's going to Netflix too.
Yeah, I
Which
don't
is
like
crazy
that. I
because
don't like that.
these could absolutely be theater movies.
They're
Like
all-
these are
even
theater
the second
quality
one-
movies.
even
This
the
was
second
like
one-
this was the thing about this. This was the whole talk around Knives Out, though, right? It like changed streaming services for movies and the way people looked
no.
at them.
No.
No,
Isn't that what I
this
heard?
one was in theaters,
It-
but the second one was Netflix. It went to Netflix.
What was all the talk about this one then? I just,
was
I
amazing.
just remember people talking about it,
Amazing.
and there was a reason with it
Maybe
streaming.
the second one.
Maybe when the
Was it
second
the
one,
second
Yeah,
one?
when the second one came out, it was right during COVID, I'm pretty sure.
because the first one was so
huge that
huge that people are like, "Why is this a Netflix movie?" And and the cast and everything. You're like,
well, what people don't realize is they're not
Careful
well,
what
unless
you pull
you're
up.
unless you're on a Netflix deal. You're making a movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where.
Oh, no, I
you're
know, I know,
making
I
a
know.
movie,
Yeah, yeah.
and then a company buys it to distribute it. So that company could be tied to Netflix to release it on Netflix or HBO Max or whatever. Or
And now the third
we're
one.
putting it in
When
the,
they did it, they probably made a deal.
Yeah.
From after the first one came out,
Exactly.
they probably made a deal. So the third one's going to be Netflix too.
Right.
We know that already. And they're saying later this year, I think,
something like that.
like
Anyways,
fall or something. I
top
think.
10 that week, no particular order. Remember, November 27th, 2019. Number 10.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, wait,
ish.
sorry. Top 10 in order. Wait,
after
go
this,
for it.
after it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Fuck.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
I think that was.
Did we just say that the exact same
Bless
way?
you.
James, you owe me cocaine.
It wasn't even the,
not even saying it
the
at the same
word.
time, but we were like, "Bless
way
you."
we said it.
Yeah, that was weird.
Everyone.
Do it, Wally.
The 27th was a Wednesday.
I'll teach you so you can take it. That was
I don't know if
actually-
I
Wait,
was
in
watching,
2019.
It's you got to
Beat the
squint the
fuckers.
eyes and you got to turn the head and then
but there's a difference because you end up doing the De Niro sometimes if you take it a little too.
fuck on me, fuck on.
See, you do a little too far.
Exactly. And I can't do a good De Niro. Sean can do a good De Niro. Knives Out revitalized the mystery genre and also helped to refine what audience expected from
Redefine.
a whodunit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just me. It's not just me.
Look at you, Wally. A whodunit.
It's good. It's
The
great.
whodunits.
I
All
love
right.
this movie.
Top 10 that week. Number 10, Joker.
Oh shit.
Dude, fucking what a dark. I don't think I've had a lot of movies make me feel the way that the Joker made me feel.
Speaking of Robert De Niro, I did not see spoilers. him getting shot in the fucking face.
You watch that on here?
So that's because that's the Joaquin. That's
Joaquin, yes.
I did not. Still haven't
good
seen the second one. But
I'm surprised since you love the lady.
I love the lady. You're right. It says joke shoots, so it almost looks like they're gonna be fake.
Can I put it on, Steve?
We're gonna get demonetized.
Are you making money off this anyways?
We're gonna get the video shut down.
Oh, fucking.
All the
Can
time.
I'll do just that.
All this
no,
time
I'm
you're
not
doing
going to do
15
it.
seconds.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Literally.
I
Yeah,
just want to hear
know.
what he says. You know the line he delivers, like a couple of lines he delivers
Yeah.
right before it?
Whatever.
Look,
Mad
okay, I
or
think-
you better not. We better not be
might
wasting our time here,
understand.
Walter.
boys that we want.
little
You know the
boys.
first thing about
Right.
me,
Oh,
pal.
you missed it.
I'll tell you what you get.
Right.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Oh! All right. that's enough of that.
Oh, we showed it.
Yeah,
You
no, I
get what you
haven't. I'm
fucking
not,
des-
and it's not. I'm not like avoiding it. It just wasn't something I jumped to see. The second one.
I don't think a lot of people were as well. You know what really?
What was the bad thing about that? Because I was just
Apparently,
told never
there
to watch
was,
it. And I was like, all right.
there was a
think Steve
musical
told me.
aspect. Apparently, there was a musical aspect about the second one.
Oh,
What
yeah,
it was-
get checking out.
It was a musical aspect, and also the director, writer, whatever Todd Phillips, didn't want to do it, and he was contractually obligated to do it.
So we kind of
So he
phoned
was-
it in.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck it, we'll make it a musical," and they're like, "Okay,"
They should
and we'll
just-
get Lady Gaga. Fuck, we're doing it.
Isn't there like a weird gap? I think that it should have like fed into the Robert Pattinson version of that.
Well, no, the reason why I like the original Joker was he wasn't the Joker. It's the idea
it's a
of
different-
anybody
yeah,
could
yeah.
be
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
person. Anybody could upset the system. Anybody could go against whatever. And the whole idea was the Joker got the idea from him and then became the Joker.
The shining parts of those movies for me was the how real parts of it felt. And I remember watching it like in a trance, feeling like a shitty person
Right.
the whole movie. And not even because I was doing bad things, but just watching this happen to someone, you just feel like, oh my God. I was like, you want to reach out and be like, it's not this bad.
It's one of those.
Reach out
It's one of
and
those
touch
movies where
things.
you are getting secondhand like uncomfortableness,
Sure,
but you
yeah, yeah.
also feel so like, oh my God, this is because this shit happens.
Oh, yeah.
this happens.
what
This
other
is a
actor-
huge problem.
There's probably not a lot of actors that could laugh in full on pain
Oh, he
like
fucking,
in that
yeah,
movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh,
you're
it was
right.
crazy.
I feel like I do that on the right.
Oh my God.
This isn't therapy, Tara. As much as you want it to
Isn't
be.
life just?
A constant therapy session.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's be a little more.
I don't need to
let's
pay
be
someone. I
excited.
just tell everybody else.
We're trying to bring
Let's talk about how
happiness to the masses.
we're three happy people drinking Lipton teas discussing a whodunit.
Shiny happy people drinking tea.
Yeah.
She's got it. She's got it. On key, too. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Were you driving when you sent me that snap the other day?
Obviously.
Where you had to twist
Driving and snapping. Drinking the
Or was
Twisters.
character,
Oh,
character
Carrick was
driving.
driving.
Okay.
We were in-
I was like, yeah,
We were
Carrick
in-
was driving. I was like, yeah.
We were in Virginia, and so in Virginia, as long as the driver's not drinking, open containers are okay in the vehicle. So
I like how you had to tell us that.
Dude, I'm
Well,
getting my H2O.
I wanna make
and everyone's
sure
telling me I
people
should've got it
know.
in Virginia.
in case this
Don't matter.
reaches the wrong sources.
Well, you can get it in both places. You want to get it in Virginia and D.C. That way you can carry
Yeah,
both
yeah.
things.
Well, yeah, there's benefits in both, like the
And you
reciprocity
can get it in
shit
Alabama.
and
What?
all that.
But that's
anyway.
also why, like at gas stations and stuff, you can. I mean, they sell beer and stuff in gas stations in in Virginia.
That's not why they don't sell it here. It's because there's
I know that it's not why they don't sell
Okay.
it, but I'm saying it
why
makes
you
it
can.
convenient. You can just, just buy it.
there's a drive-through. Anyways, number 9, Last Christmas.
I gave you my heart,
Keep going.
threw it away.
I knew
But
you
the
didn't know
very
that.
next day,
I was close. See, I was
gave
close.
away. This
I don't know
year-
what this movie is. Is it a horror
It's
movie?
got it's got Amelia Clark from Game
Good
of
job.
Thrones in it.
Khaleesi.
It's actually
What movie is it?
Last Christmas. It's actually kind of it's sad.
Oh.
So I won't give
I mean,
away
it is a
stuff.
last Christmas.
But she doesn't have a great life,
Oh.
All right, go ahead.
great
Steve,
track
go ahead.
record.
I
Like
got
she
you, buddy.
makes some
You want me to read it?
Yeah, you're the voice of the show, dog.
Kate is a young woman subscribed to bad decisions.
This is not a good description.
Working as an elf is a year-round
You
Christmas
gave him
store.
ammunition by
It's
telling
not
him not
good
to do it because it
for the
punched you.
wannabe singer. However, she meets Tom. Tom's a great dude. He may be the best dude. Sorry, okay. He meets Tom there. Her life takes a new turn that seems too good to be true. This sounds like a terrible movie.
This also doesn't make any sense because the stars, the two main characters, are not even listed.
Hold on. Was that written by Paul Feig? Go back down. Directed by Paul Feig. Do you know who the Feig brothers are? Walter.
I don't know. Feig me.
Fucking Avengers, dog.
Do you see?
Endgame,
Look, the two
everything.
main
Feige.
characters aren't even listed under the
Do you
stars.
say you enunciate it, Feig?
Is it Feige?
It's
Yeah.
Feige.
It's I.
I don't care, dog. I'm
That's
reading.
why I was so confused.
I'm reading how I spells it. It's Feig. F-E-I-G.
Feig.
Feig. Oh wait, this is a different guy. That's a different guy. I take it back.
But Feige is the other
This is
one.
Okay.
this is not the same guy. This is the guy
Feige,
that
no,
did.
Feige's the Marvel one
Bridesmaids?
is Feige.
He did the new Ghostbusters. He
Ready
did
to
what you're watching right there,
party.
Bridesmaids.
Excellent movie.
But that's how you
Anyways.
spell their name. Oops.
We're here.
But yeah, the movie.
Correct us.
You end up you end up finding
Look,
spoilers.
Look, you
end
can
up
be wrong in life.
Here's what's
It's
crazy.
fine. As long as you
Wrong
take
every
it
this
fucking-
guy Tom.
Every day.
This guy Tom, she's been hanging out with. You end
That
up finding
Tom.
out that he's actually not real. He's dead, and the heart that lives in her body was his heart.
Oh.
All right, you know what?
Oh.
Because
good.
she's got
I love
like,
those stories.
She's
You know,
got
is
like
that heart
like
a little too big then?
like
for her?
medical bills and stuff like that because she's got heart issues. She gets it's something like that. It's like her heart. She has a heart
I feel too
transplant, and it ended up being that guy.
Tell me you guys don't like those stories where it's like the person gets the transplant from a person that obviously passed away, unfortunately, but they still go visit the transplants like family or send them gifts. And
oh
it's
my
like,
God, did
I'm
you-
like, that's
Have
some
you
good
seen
shit.
that one
That's some
online
good.
where
That's what should be.
the
That's what I
guy-
want to see. I want to see shit like
I want to
that.
get a
The
skin
guy- have you
graft to
seen-
somebody's face.
I think it's like
and then show up at the house and be like, surprise!
I think it's a guy, but it's like this woman's daughter or something died, and he shows
I would
up
look
with
not like
what are
them,
those things
obviously.
called- what are those things called? The
Be all like,
where they listen
What are you
to your
talking
heart. The
A stethoscope.
Stethoscope.
Yes, stethoscope.
They
That's
go to
cool.
meet the woman, the mom
Lisp's
of
nightmare.
the mom of the
Ay,
person he got the heart
sky
from, and he
low.
lets her listen to like her daughter's heart again,
Oh, yeah.
but in his chest. But he lets her listen to it.
That's cool. Let's be
very-
real. If I ever got anything put in me of someone else,
But think about it. The
I would
heart's
go visit their family.
But like, think about it, the heart's like the only thing you can do that
Thanks
with.
for
It's not
your
like you can
son's
go up and be like, okay,
Johnson.
listen to me pee.
This
Listen
is
to,
nice.
listen to me pee.
Thanks,
Thanks
Dad.
for the bladder.
Upgrade.
Like,
We're listening. We're in it. It's fun.
but you know what? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
like. But the heart, you can actually let them listen to their loved one's hearts again. It's not
You're
like you
right,
can be
you're
like,
right, yeah.
hey, thanks for the kidney. Let's take a shot together.
Let me pee in front of you.
Like,
you can.
let me.
you-
That's what.
I am.
Do you want to hear me pee?
It's good. It's great pee.
That's gross.
It's the best pee you've ever seen.
I don't know why.
Thanks for the lungs. Here's my.
Right. Breathe it in with me. What? What do you got?
Nothing. I don't even remember why I was looking it up. My ADD kicked
Because I
on.
just would breathe it in.
No, we were talking about something, and it was like a joke, sparked it, and now I don't even remember what the original thing was, so I don't. even
Sniper's dream.
It's a dude with a gigantic forehead.
See it. Oh my God! Look at that forehead.
I wanted to put this video on, but I had no idea why. My ADD just went flying, and I can't even remember why.
Look at that dome.
These videos are hilarious because they put music behind them
Oh
too.
God.
Like,
I hate it here.
Oh my God. He has forehead after head. Bro's brain's vertical. No matter who he races, he gonna have a head
all
start.
right.
This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Number 8 movie I don't even know. Midway.
One
I don't
word.
think I know that one.
One word. 2019. Midway. Oh shit. Ed Scarron.
Is
Ed
that,
Scarrett.
is that Nick Jonas?
That is a Jonas.
All right, here's
brother.
another really short synopsis.
All right, you ready? The story of a battle of Midway, told by the leaders of the sailors who fought it.
And the leader.
I think the
Oh, so
losers
this
and
is based off a
suckers
true
were-
story?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
got
look
what's
Is
his
that
face
Woody
in it.
Harrelson?
Oh my
Woody!
God! Look at this. This is stacked. This is fucking stacked.
Actually, it's
Never heard of it.
Go down,
fuck?
go down.
Literally is.
We got Mandy Moore.
Oh my God,
Luke
Patrick
Evans.
Wilson.
Patrick Wilson. Ed Scarron. How do you say it?
Yep.
Well, Dick Best. That motherfucker's name is Dick
Bro,
Best.
Dennis Quaid,
Not Dick Quaid.
Aaron Eckhart.
Aaron Eckert.
Holy shit.
Can I click the trailer of this to see if this is something any of us remember seeing?
I don't.
It's directed by Roland Emmerich. Independence Day.
Good long into the night.
So that is
Don't
that
go
was a
without a
Jonas
fight.
brother. I don't.
I'm back,
Andy,
or
I
boys,
do
I'm
not
back,
know.
whatever.
No, I have no idea what this
That's
is.
so good. I don't know either. I
fucking
have no
love that
idea.
movie.
Midway.
It's about the Battle of the Midway, I'm assuming.
The only thing I remember is I
about-
feel like maybe I
not at
saw
the beginning,
a
you're not at the
picture
end.
of Nick
You're in the
Jonas
mid.
in like aviator gear. Like maybe when he was making it, but I
That
don't know
was Jumanji
anything.
too,
I
though.
don't know anything. That's
Dude,
fair.
I
Did that too.
I-
maybe this
the
was
Jonas-
the prequel to that.
Ooh.
Nick's the one that fucked up the guitar, right? Live.
Where he's like,
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
when he-
watching
he
that.
played guitar
and I
for
was
somebody
like,
else,
God,
yeah.
you fucking. Because I have so much respect for like Bruno Mars, who's not like that's not his primary thing, and he came out shredding. And then you got what's the dude from Maroon 5, the
Levine?
singer? Yeah, Adam Levine
The guy
comes
that
out.
sucks.
Well, he
I like
plays
that.
it and he killed it. He did like Purple Rain, and I'm like, all right,
Also, he's
cool.
one
You
of
put
those
the time
guys-
into that. But then I saw Nick Jonas, and I'm like, you fucking bitch.
He's one of those. Adam Levine's one of those guys where like you hear his voice, you know that it's him. Like there hasn't been someone else I feel like that came out on the radio that sounds like his
Yeah,
voice.
he just sounds like
Eddie
a small
Mercury?
squeaky.
Freddie Mercury? I said Eddie.
No.
No, you said like that you hear and you're like, obviously.
No.
that's that
I'm
person.
saying like Adam. I'm saying there hasn't been someone else that came out like Adam's voice because he comes out and you're like, that's Adam Levine.
I get what you're saying. I get
Like yes, there are multiple other people who've come out where their voices are super
I
recognizable.
always thought
I'm saying
that
he's one of
he
them.
sounds like a little bit higher pitched Gavin DeGraw
DeGraw.
when it comes
Good,
like the
that's a good
I
timbre.
could see that, like the tone a little
yeah.
bit. I could see that.
It's a good word. DeGraw.
Yeah, what? That's a man's name.
DeGraw.
His
back in DeGraw.
his falsetto is one of the strongest,
We're fucking idiots.
one of the
it's great.
strongest male falsettos I've ever heard. Adam Levine's falsetto is fucking insane. Like
Dude,
What note is that?
I got a strong falsetto. I can sing loud
not-
with the falsetto.
It's a
take that
note.
E off.
It might not be pitched correctly, but the note comes out
I got you.
I
Number
don't have
7,
one.
which is my new favorite number. 7.
with a B.
Playing with fire.
I don't think I know what that is either.
Playing with fire. Right there. John
Cena.
Cena.
Oh, when they're firemen. That's right.
Oh, is this like the pacifier? Is this like
It
his
kind, yeah.
pacifier?
So like these kids get lost or something like that, so they have to keep them
It's
at
actually,
the fire station.
It's actually kind of cute.
My favorite thing about it
Not
is
bad.
that this big scary dog listens to that little girl and nobody else. They're all just like, "What the fuck?"
Is that a mastiff? It looks like a mastiff.
Yeah, it is.
You know what's
I
funny
think
about this
so.
is Trump just cut that entire place from being a thing.
What is it?
What?
The firefighter? Oh, is this Los Angeles' thing?
We don't need firefighters. Fire them all. Because they're fired. Because they're firefighters.
Did they just get rid of the chief? Wasn't that
They
the
got
big
rid of
thing?
everything. Anyways,
What are they
number
gonna do now?
6. A movie that's funny that we're going to talk about because somebody's in it who's been in the news. 21 Bridges.
What the fuck is this? 21 Bridges. Oh,
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong movie.
I was gonna say, I don't.
Steve's like, that's not the guy I was saying.
What movie am I thinking of with what's it, Ryan Reynolds' wife in it? It was something Bridges, right? Everybody says that's the best fucking movie she's been in.
Did you watch his last, like one of his last interviews after he kind of already knew
Weird.
that he
Chadwick.
was about to check out,
That's
and he
very
was
sad.
talking about like, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
But it was in regards to the movie or in regards to something else, but no one took it like that until afterwards, and you realize he was actually talking.
I want you to bring up something real quick. Go to YouTube.
I'm here for you, buddy.
Type in
Sniper's Dream.
Sniper's Dream. I want you to type in Ultimate Warrior's last promo. Because this is the most wild thing I've ever seen in my life. This is a person who has no idea that they're on the last
Right here?
legs. Yep. Comments.
Oh no.
Go down to the
hate-
comments. Just go down to the comments.
Okay.
Top comment 10 years ago. It's great man. Whatever. He literally dies like 2 days later.
Oh, okay. That's really
And
good.
it's just wild that you make this giant promo, and he didn't know. Like he wasn't sick. He literally died of a massive coronary. I mean, look at him there.
Yeah.
But who knows? Could that have like him going up there and getting like so emotional and so whatever riled up that fucked
got
up-
something
Yeah,
moving.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a clot somewhere
Yeah.
or something like that. Just fucking worked its way out.
and just
You never know, man.
you never know. Number 5, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Oh.
Is this like
Roy
a
Rogers,
revamp
or-
of Roy? Okay, I'm not. thinking
Well, not a
about
revamp.
Roy
It was Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
Roy Rogers.
Same, but
Yo, man,
different.
you got that
Mr.
gold
Rogers.
chicken?
Mr. Rogers.
That's funny.
Yes, Tom Hanks.
Did you guys watch?
I actually haven't watched it. I heard it was
No,
really
I didn't watch
good.
it.
You didn't watch Mr. Rogers when you were a kid?
Oh
The
yes,
actual
that.
one? Yes.
I thought you meant this movie. I heard it was really good.
It was like
but
a warm hug.
him
When he comes in, takes his shoes off.
I was gonna say taking them
puts his
shoes off.
Put the
I don't
other
know why
shoes
I
on.
was like, this is. I like
Feels right.
Because you just know
Feels
he
right.
he came home from work and still had time for us. You know what I mean? Like he just got home from his
Look at you.
day
Yep.
and still had time for us. Took his
Wow.
work shoes off, put his
What a
friend's
guy.
shoes on.
What a guy.
And then he took you to a place that was fucking weird with little dolls.
Dude,
and it's
so
super
weird.
creepy.
The train-
Everyone forgets
train-
about that shit.
The
Yeah.
train that just goes through
My
the whole
nightmares
like
don't.
place.
That's where it gets fucking
That
weird.
one-
Everybody forgets about that shit.
That one redheaded puppet is like,
oh my god. Yeah, no, not for
I
me.
wake up in a cold sweat some nights.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's that fucking puppet.
I have a reoccurring
Are you sure
Rumpelstiltskin
it's not just
dream
me?
where I'm in my mom's bathroom as a child, like an infant under my baby blanket, and then Rumpelstiltskin lifts the blanket up, and it looks terrifying. And then I wake up.
What does your
like that.
What does your Rumpelstiltskin in your dream look like? Does it
He
look
kind of.
like
No one knows.
Knows like a very
Provocative. Gets
goblinish.
the people going.
yeah?
He looks very
It's
goblinish.
like the one like that they kind of depict in the movies.
Yeah, but it kind of gives
'Cause
me.
what is
I
this
get the
thing? He
same
like
rumply
steals
vibe.
kids.
I
Yeah,
still-
yeah.
what?
It's-
Right?
you
That's
see-
his story.
I think
He
the thing
steals
is
kids.
the golden spindle.
The
Yeah, he
golden
likes,
spindle.
but he
It-
steals babies. You
Yeah.
have to like say his name.
Yep. That's why it's
It's like
recurring.
a
I probably
Beetlejuice
heard it as a
scenario,
small
but-
little kid, and
Hey,
then
hey, you guys want to go play Bloody Mary in a mirror?
No,
I did that 1,000 times.
I don't.
I was like, "Bitch, I'll punch
dead
the
yet.
shit out of you."
hey, what's the difference between Candyman and Bloody Mary? Because isn't it the same?
One's
Same
a dude,
thing?
one's a woman?
No, but don't you do the same thing? Don't you go in the mirror and say Candyman?
We summon them both and have them duke it out.
Ooh, okay, you do Bloody Mary and I do.
Is it
Candyman,
you
and
do
we'll see
Candyman
what
in a mirror?
happens.
Do you do it in a
I
mirror?
think you do. That's why I was asking what the difference
I'm gonna get
was.
butt ass naked and do the Bloody Mary one just to see.
Why, hold on. Why does that
You
feel
thought
like?
you were gonna be surprising me?
Why does that feel like a Robot Chicken sketch where somebody's trying to do that
Yes,
and they
yeah.
come together and they
You
like
put a
fight each
mirror.
other?
Listen,
Yeah.
a mirror.
Do you want me to
a
come
mirror
back
in front
later?
of you.
Like a Family Guy.
Exactly.
You get a mirror in front of you, a mirror behind you, and you do it, and then they just
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they face get up, duck out of the way. They face each other.
That's
That's
funny.
infinite balls.
Has anybody
Infinite
like
doodads.
randomly just started singing the Lamb Chops song?
This is the song that.
Also a creepy doll.
I don't care, but like
Inherently
once a
creepy.
year, nothing
No.
will tell me to do
Some
this.
people
I think.
started singing it. I
Same.
know and
Do you
what
guys
it
do you guys have
Yeah.
other weird ones like that? Like
Oh, yeah.
from
Yeah.
childhood?
all the time.
What are they?
So I used to watch this show. It was a whatever Big Comfy Couch or something.
Yeah.
And there was a song on that I randomly say, or the Bananas in Pajamas. There was something on that.
Bananas.
And we're walking down the
pajamas
stairs.
Yep.
Are coming.
And then there
down
was
the
this.
stairs.
You remember those books that you would get?
Although they were not
um,
in their underwear, they were in pajamas.
Pajamas, right? But remember
So
those
why do
books?
they
Same
say
thing.
that they're in their underwear?
Remember those like books you would get that would be Disney, and you would open them, and it would tell you to press a button
Yeah.
on the side or
Yeah.
whatever. I had one that was like a Nintendo one.
Oh.
And it was there was a song on there that I always just randomly. It was I can't think of it now, but it's like talking about apples and bananas, right? Apples and bananas or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's,
that was on it, and all the time in my head.
It's
I
apples.
like to
I like to eat apples and bananas.
She
But
got
then
it. She
but
got
then
it.
the next verse is I like to eat
Yep.
apples and bananas. Like it changes like which aren't words.
Can I get you guys' opinion?
But it
on
changes,
on
like,
a
the thing.
semi-important thing.
Oh.
This is legit. So I'm gonna get married.
ready.
Right?
What?
And we're talking about I was saying a song that I would like to have when I'm walking down the aisle.
Does she
before-
want
hold on,
does she
before you
want
say it,
does she want us to
This could
Talk
be on
about
jet
this?
skis still, Steve. I don't know.
It's gonna be on Jets.
But
Is that what
also-
you're about to bring up?
does she want us and whoever's listening to be a part of this conversation?
I already talked to Sarah. That's why I want to talk to you guys about it.
Okay, hold on.
Outside opinion. That's
Hold
what I'm
on.
looking for.
You both were at my wedding. Do you remember the song we walked into the reception at?
Oh, the reception.
Dude, you want to know why I don't remember that?
I think I know why.
Because I got paired. Tiffany paired me with someone that was pretty ferocious lady at the time. And well, I don't want to get into it, but it was a little weird. I'll talk after the podcast.
Did she grab things?
It was a little inappropriate at the time. We don't have to get full,
That's
full
fine.
on
I don't
into it.
even remember that person, and she doesn't talk to her
What-
anymore. So we
Yeah. What was it? What was it?
fucking
Remind me.
darkness.
I believe in God.
Exactly. Come on.
So this is what it is, Steve. I was watching and playing Indiana Jones.
It's great.
I've
It's great.
been humming Indiana Jones since I was a kid. I always do it. Right?
Yeah.
So I looked at Sarah. I was like, I think I know exactly what I want. And I was like, I want to do the Indiana Jones
Like as you come
theme
in.
song. Yes.
Can I wear the Indiana Jones
Hat.
everything? I want
Sure.
to come in with the
Sure.
whip. I'm gonna
fuck it.
braid
The
my own
satchel.
whip. I'm
Get
gonna
the
make my
satchel.
own whip. I'm gonna
As
take
I-
a
You can
whip
keep-
lesson.
wait,
I
Are you
want
the
you to
best
put the
man?
hat on me.
You can
well,
keep the
Yes,
rings in the
yes.
satchel.
I can. Well, there's
Fuck
two
yeah,
rings,
sure.
right? Because
Fuck
I'm,
yeah.
I'm splitting.
Yeah.
Splitting.
Sure, it's gonna
thing
be
with your
traditional.
son, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna be holding the rings.
So you can keep them in your satchel.
Yeah.
You know what's happening.
Also,
Where'd they
you know
go?
what you do?
But how do you feel about?
Wait,
what do you guys
listen.
feel about that?
Who
That
does
song.
I think that's
Who
great.
does
I
that?
think if it's something
Isn't
that means
that
something to you. But you know, and you can find almost
the greatest adventure, right?
You can
That's
find
the idea.
I mean, people were already doing it with songs, but you can also find almost any like movie theme song that people have made like piano and violin covers to.
That's what everybody's
Nah,
doing.
Don't do that. Do the original. I want the
We'll
Hans
see how it
Zimmer
goes.
score.
I'll listen to some
I
stuff.
kind
It
of
feels
like
right.
when they do a more like classical cover because it's like people know what it is, but they don't know what it. You know what I mean? Like they're like,
Sure,
what
sure.
is
I
this?
get that vibe.
And I like that. I saw someone they made someone on Instagram or TikTok made the Jurassic Park theme into like it was like a piano like the
both.
Jurassic Park theme.
Do
And I was
Indiana
like, I
Jones
would
into Jurassic Park.
absolutely walk
Indiana
down to
Jones
that.
is like
Don't go into the long
You're
grass, and then fucking.
you're starting an adventure. That's
I
what
mean, it makes sense.
it's thematically fits right for me as a human being. I feel.
So like same with the Jurassic Park, except we all know how
Send
it
it.
ends.
Yeah, but if you put on Jurassic Park, you just think of the big fucking brontosaur or whatever. And I don't want that.
I think.
I
it's
don't
a
know.
good
I
idea.
like to make an entrance. So.
Sure.
Coming in.
I got a big head
Are they allowed to get married?
and little arms.
2025. We're letting people do what they want to do now.
Oh my god.
Fucked up.
Yeah, whatever. You got little arms.
I think.
My journey.
I think that's a good idea. You're talking about starting
Yeah,
an
you're talking
adventure
about
of
when
a
you're
lifetime.
and it's you walking in. It's not
Exactly.
like y'all walking together.
Sarah at
It's your
first was
thing.
like, "Oh," and then I explained it, and she was like, "Oh."
Oh, and she's like, only if I get Lord of the Rings at the end.
"Oh,
Do a mashup as you come in. You do the Indiana Jones, and then you do the fucking Return of the King.
oh."
Get it? Hey, baby. Return of the King.
Well, we back.
Plus-
Yeah,
we
exactly,
back.
yeah.
Plus, she has the ring. Then
Yeah. Oh, as soon as she slips it on, the one ring to rule.
The
she has
ominous
her
music.
precious. The precious is there. She's got it.
Oh, dude, she will fall in love with this. See, this
Remember
is
who
why I
came
bring
up?
it up.
Remember who came up with that idea?
Although you
Make sure to. It's
All-
the best idea you ever
yes,
seen.
tell her she came up with the idea, but make sure you point out that I mentioned the ring significance because that's important.
All right, Jesus.
Because she will have the ring.
I'm texting her right now.
I will text her right now.
Anyways, back to what we're here to talk about. Number 4, Queen and Slim. Yeah, just do it.
Okay,
Black History Month came right up when you
2019
said
was
that.
not that long ago, and I feel like how do I not remember these movies?
Oh, that's what's his face. I like him. Daniel
Oh yeah.
Kaluuya.
What is this?
Yeah, another chalk it up for one of those vague synopses.
A couple's first date takes an
Synopsis.
unexpected turn when a
Synopses.
police officer pulls them over.
So
well,
this is kind
hold
of
on.
like date night. Kind of like what was the one with Issa Rae, and the oh my god,
I
what
don't
is
like-
that guy's name from Silicon Valley?
I don't like
and
the poster of them in front of rims because it's giving off.
it's giving 70s is what it's giving.
It's giving
He's
off.
got a velvet jumpsuit on.
They're not selling those legally.
Queen and Slim.
I see what you mean because they're like just against a wall.
It
And I'm
seems
not
like a
saying
Bonnie and Clyde
profiling.
scenario.
Yeah.
I could feel that.
Don't like
No,
it.
I get what you're saying. So is he
Cops.
Slim then?
I'm assuming.
Yep.
No, he's Queen.
He
It's
might
20 it's
be. I
2025.
don't know. He might be.
Pulled him over unlawfully. Is that Sturgill Simpson?
You know
The
what? 'Cause
musician?
maybe his last name is Queen and they call him Queen. You know what I mean? It could be something
I like
like
that.
that.
I like that.
Oh no, she's Queen.
She's Queen.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look, I called it.
Sturgill Johnson also flees in it.
Why is Flea in it?
Hold on, say that name.
Which one?
No. Why do we do this?
Jadialo Winston.
That's actually
So everyone knows we are never insulting someone's names. When
We
we do
don't
this.
know how to
we
talk
just
good.
genuinely suck.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
names.
Don't take it with a grain of salt.
Jody Turner.
Look, you can't. I'm uneducated.
This
Education.
actually it's giving
Educate yourself.
not in the trailer, but in all those pictures down there, it was giving very 70s vibes.
It was. I'll give you that. Like even the clothing,
Mm-hmm.
the Flea being in it.
Dude, this dude is as white as humanly possible, but he
I'm
makes
white.
some good country music, and he's a player.
Sturgill Sampson.
He can play the shit.
What
out
about
of
Benito Martinez? He looks pretty white.
He was a Leviathan in Supernatural.
That's pretty cool. Top 3 that week. No particular order. Knives Out is in
Oh my
it.
God, we finally got it.
Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh,
Frozen 2. I will not tell you the weeks.
oh.
You got to guess. What's the order?
Oh no!
Oh no!
When did it?
no,
Do we
Nope.
not doing when it came out?
He's
I'm
not
not doing
telling
it. I
us.
just
Okay,
said-
okay. I'm gonna do Frozen 2. Ford versus Ferrari. Knives Out.
I'm doing Frozen 2, Knives Out, Ford versus Ferrari.
Did I say
It-
the
what-
opposite 2 in the
You,
back? Okay,
you just did 2 and 3 flipped.
It is number 1, Frozen 2. Number 2, Knives Out. Number 3, Ford versus Ferrari.
Which movie do you think is better, Knives Out or Ford versus Ferrari?
Knives
If
Out.
you've
Knives
seen
Out,
them both.
100%.
Knives
You've
Out.
seen them both?
Yeah.
I mean,
Knives Out.
Ford versus Ferrari, pretty good.
I think Ford versus
I'm not
Ferrari is
talking
better.
shit about it, but I think Knives Out. That's the more my kind of movie, though, too. Like
I think
you know,
Knives Out would be more my kind of movie.
Yeah,
But
those-
Ford
those
versus
donuts.
Ferrari
Maybe
is
you need to
fucking
watch it
phenomenal.
more recent now that you've seen Knives Out. More recent, you know what I
could.
mean? Like a closer comparison.
Knives
Honestly,
Out, I
of the
have
three,
actually not
of
seen
the
it until
three,
recently.
Frozen 2. If you know, but I'm just kidding. Although excellent.
Let it go.
That's in the
Let it
first
go,
one.
Tara.
You uncultured swine.
I know. I'm glad you know too.
Let me talk to you
The
about
I would
second
say
one's
that
better.
I might know more than you about Steve. Please help me. I need you to do it for me. I would think that I would.
no more.
The little
Maybe the
girls
best
watched
one.
Frozen 1,000 times, first and second one.
I
Yeah,
know all
but
there is to know about
I
Frozen.
watch it because I
People come
choose
to me.
watch it. I don't have
We
children.
have all
I
the
choose
best
to
people
watch
about
it.
Frozen.
I have to choose to watch it.
No, but I'm saying I don't have to. I want to watch it.
Look, I mean, if you want to be involved in your child's life, you have to choose to do the
Dude,
fun thing with them.
I still listen to some of those songs when I'm driving around in my car.
Good. There's
I
no
don't,
doubt in
I
my
don't
mind.
even got no. I don't got no children.
You know what I don't do?
Show yourself.
Do that.
I don't listen to Frozen.
Listen out.
I'm not.
They're bangers.
I have PTSD
I'm not.
with Frozen based
bangers.
on that fucking trip I took to Florida where we got stuck on the Frozen fucking ride.
The second one. The second.
Let it go. I'm just
Listen,
gonna keep
That's
doing
what I kept saying. I said, let it go. Let's fucking go.
I'm gonna make a declaration.
Declaration.
The
All right.
second one is better than the first one.
I'm going to say this, and we've talked about this a lot on this podcast. Sequels are better than the originals. Tell me which one's better. Go.
I think the second one has more. Does have
Not
more
just that
depth.
movie. I'm saying in general. Which movie that
We've already
has a
done this.
sequel?
We went T2.
Not Knives Out.
I think Star Wars has better
That's not
sequels than the
technically a
first
sequel.
three.
Technically.
I
It
like
has to have the
Jurassic Park.
name,
I
yeah.
might stand with Steve with this one. I might think the second one's better, even though the first one's a better movie. I fell asleep to that movie every night for like 6 months at
Which
my
one?
grandma's house.
Which movie has Don't Go Into the Long Grass on it?
Don't get the long grass.
The second one.
It's your lucky pack.
Yeah, they got T-Rex in the city, man. It's really hard to fucking beat that.
He fucking says, don't go into that Blockbuster because I'm going to eat you.
Okay.
And then he eats them.
The second Jurassic World is not better than the first Jurassic World.
But that's,
The
to
Thor-
me,
the
hold on,
Thor
that's
movies?
number 6.
But those
That's
are Jurassic
not- no,
Worlds.
no,
Those aren't Jurassic Parks. You said
no.
same title.
I
You
think
said
I-
same title.
I brought up.
You said same title.
I think that has an
Steven?
outlier. That's an outlier.
Steven?
That's an outlier. I'm saying, though, it's still a sequel to Jurassic Park. Let's be real. It's not like it's a whole different IP.
I don't feel like it is. I don't get that is what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like a sequel to Jurassic Park. It feels like a sequel to Jurassic World.
But
Oh, here we go.
in Jurassic World, they go into the part of the park where there's old stuff from Jurassic Park.
Let's discuss. And these are some of the. I
What
would
did
say
you look
that.
up? What
Some
did
of
you
the
Google?
best sequels.
Yeah, best sequels.
The Dark Knight. Look
A
at that.
lot of these are, like,
yep, that's
grossing,
better than
right?
that's better than Batman Begins. Terminator 2. Yep, 100% better than
Star
Terminator
Wars,
1.
like I said.
Episode Strike fucking
Return of
Empire
the
Strike.
King.
Yep, Lord of Yep, Godfather Part
Godfather.
2. Suck it. Aliens. Yep.
How do you feel about
I
aliens?
haven't seen majority
Do you,
of those
do you agree with that
movies, so.
sentiment?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
So Aliens,
bad, and ugly.
Aliens
Rat
is a
in the Cone.
sequel.
Yes.
So
What was the first one? A
Alien-
fistful of
Yeah.
dollars? What the fuck?
Look, I'm gonna force you to watch those.
I haven't seen like any of these movies.
You're
Is
leaving.
that Mad
You're
Max?
leaving. Harry Potter and the Prison of Azkaban is better than the first one. He's dead
Everyone
too.
is better than the first.
Toy
Everyone's
Story
better than
3.
the first one.
Hold on. Can we talk about this? Toy Story 1 or Toy Story 2? What do you like better? Go.
It's been. I couldn't tell you anything about Toy Story 2
Raggedy
right
Ann
now.
is in there or whatever. Redhead.
Jesse.
Same.
She's not
It
a
might
rag.
be better,
no,
but it might
because
be one
she's
of those
not a
scenarios
rag
where
doll.
I just was
Whatever.
Toy
They
Story
all look
1
like
guy
they're
for so
rag
long.
dolls.
No, they don't look like they're rag dolls.
No,
Rag
like-
dolls are thicker and are
Okay,
like.
all right.
Dude, Lethal Weapon 2.
Lethal Weapon
I'd go with
2.
that one.
Yeah. Fucking Batman Returns. Bride of Frankenstein's actually Friday the 13th Part 2 is dead. But Mad Max Beyond
These are all
Thunderdome.
gigantic movies too. Gigantic
I don't.
franchises.
I'm still gonna say I think Toy Story 1.
Nah.
I
You
think
know
it's,
what? The
Big Al's Toy Barn. Come on.
was it the which is the one where the purple teddy bear? Which one's that one?
That's the third one.
third one.
Great.
That's the
pretty
one
good.
that's on this list.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was that the one that was on?
That was the one. It says
Phenomenal.
Toy Story 3, not the second one.
I agree. I agree. The amount of depth in that, and the resolve at the end.
Shut the fuck up. You want to talk about
Steve.
me crying?
There's something.
Now, this
there's
isn't
Give me the hand,
saying-
Steve. There's something.
This list isn't saying that they're sequels that are better than the originals. These are just high grossing sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah, they mean this in a literal number sense, like
Yeah.
statistically.
Yeah.
Statistically, I cried more at the end of Toy Story 3 than I did Toy Story 2. When he's like, "You can have my toys," I'm like, "Fuck that! I'm
I
keeping
think
them in
there's
my
also
basement."
plenty of instances where they shouldn't have done any sequels. That all of them afterwards are lesser.
That's
than
what
the
I got a
original.
new game. What movie that didn't get a sequel deserves a sequel? Biodome needs a sequel.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave it. I love when he's like,
Behind.
smells like peanut butter jelly and Cheetos.
What's your name?
Have you guys seen
Purple
the second
Sticky
Dune yet?
Punch.
I haven't even
No.
seen the first one.
Yeah, me too.
Let me tell you, that one
Hold on.
is
dude.
amazing.
Let me tell you.
I can't do it like you, man. You're a professional.
Let me tell you.
John Wick. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Puss in Boots.
I heard Puss in Boots is really good.
John
Dude, the
Wick
original
4
Puss in
is not
Boots
the best John Wick.
Around the World in 80 Days. One of the first animations. It's amazing.
Hold on. We're not talking about the greatest sequel of all time.
Which one's that one?
Rush Hour 2.
You're right.
Brett, better.
No, you're right.
I'll give you that
Lee.
one.
You're right.
Come on.
Closer.
Mission
The
Impossible
fact,
2.
Oh, God damn it. Don't even
Dude,
believe
no, the Mission Impossible 1 is,
Uh,
I would say, the best one. It gets crazy after that.
Mission Impossible 2 to me is not even a sequel to the original Mission Impossible.
There he is. Thor.
Because
I
it's
would say the
completely-
same thing.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok is better than
Ragnarok's
that's
the best
three
one.
though. That's three.
That's the best one.
But that's 3. It's not 2. So it's technically
It's technically
not.
a sequel.
No,
Is
They
that
still
what
count
we're
them.
Number two.
specifying?
They
It's
still
gotta be
count
second-
them.
Okay,
Number
okay. Oh.
But they still
Logan's
count
not
them
a
as
sequel.
sequels.
That doesn't count.
That does,
So then
Logan
what
is
do you
not.
call those?
Fury Road?
I would call
That's
that
not a sequel. Mad Max Fury Road is
What
not
do you
a sequel.
call them if not sequels?
That's
like
probably an original.
what's
I
the
would
name
almost
of
consider
them?
that more of an original. Like it's not a reboot, but it feels kind of rebooty.
No,
Okay, well,
because,
that's what I said about
because
Jurassic
Joe
World.
in that is from the original movies, so you can't.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Dawn of the Planet of your Mom.
Jumanji.
Nah,
Let me talk about a movie
do it.
that's really, really good.
I've
If
never
you haven't
seen
seen
it. I've
How
never
to,
seen it.
when it comes to these animated ones, How to Train Your Dragon, top tier.
Did you already see the trailers for the
6,
live action?
Top tier. Which one?
The live
No,
action
I haven't watched.
trailer?
I am so jaded with live actions now that I almost refuse
Listen,
to
the
watch
guy literally is a clone of that
them.
guy.
Is it? Is
Yeah,
it?
but like
I did the One Piece. That's the only
And the
one of
dragon,
the few
too.
ones I've liked.
they cast the dragon perfectly.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Is it a dog?
No,
That
it's a
dragon looks
dragon.
exactly like my Frenchie.
That
That
dragon,
dragon
used
looks
to make
exactly
me
like
think
my
of,
French.
of my cat so much, like his like. attributes
Anyways, we
and
need to
stuff.
keep rolling here because we're getting a little long into 2:30. Hey, budget time. What do we think it costs to make Knives Out?
A lot.
A lot of people in it.
63 million.
63 million.
She did it. Good
She
job.
did it. She went further, whatever.
Fuck. Now
faster.
I see. Now it takes me time. I'm gonna do 78.
78.
I also would like to point out that y'all went on more tangents than
Shut
me.
it. Shut it.
I'm doing it
Okay.
on purpose.
Lock it up.
I'm just saying. It's worth noting.
I'm
Okay.
here to
I
put cock in the
guess.
spokes.
I guess 45 million.
No, I think I went high.
We're kind of
I
like
went
all
high.
evenly dispersed there.
Are
Go ahead.
we?
Actual budget, 40 million.
Yeah, I felt like I
Steve
went
cheats.
high, but it was just the first number that
I
came
swear
to
I
my
cheating.
wish I could, but I don't. I really
It was
don't.
the first number that came to my head. I know I knew
Look
it
at
was
that.
high when I said it, but
It's fine. Budget, or sorry, box office. What do we think it made overall in its box office run in theaters?
The
280.
135 million.
I don't know. I'm just reaching for the stars.
I mean,
Shoot
you guess
for
the
the-
shoot. I guess.
Reach for the sky.
Ooh,
Hellboy,
Hellboy,
right?
dude.
135.
Oh.
You're at 2 something, right?
I guessed $150 million. Opening weekend, it made $26.7 million.
Ooh.
Pretty big. Overall, $312.9 million.
Hot damn.
You know, I almost said 308, and I was like, that's reaching.
But
I fucking should have.
you shouldn't have. Always go with your gut. I feel
I,
like
well,
it's.
I went with my
yeah.
gut the first one, and I was like, that's too high.
Well, maybe sometimes gut's good, sometimes gut's bad. Anyways, tomatometer time. Rotten Tomatoes score. What do we think? Critics and audience gave this out of 100%.
90, 95.
Fuck yeah, Tara.
I'm trying to be more like Walter. And
Yeah. Just you're killing it.
Yeah.
You're
You're
fucking
killing it. 90, 95.
No!
No.
95, 90.
95,
Wait, what do I
90.
do first? What am I supposed to do first?
Whatever you want.
critics
you
and
just
then
say
audience?
what it is.
Okay,
Critically,
Let's
what
if
do you
it's
want?
critics first, 95, 90 is what I meant.
Okay,
I meant to do that.
95,
I meant to do
90.
critics first.
Take 10 off that for me because that's exactly I was gonna
85,
do
80.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But critics 85, audience
Yes.
80.
Audience,
Critics
okay.
are. Yeah.
I guess critics 85, audience 90. It is.
So we're all listen.
Listen.
We're all in the
Look at us.
on this. Hey,
Look at us.
look at us.
Actual numbers. Critics 97.
Is that the highest?
Audience 92.
Okay, listen.
Wow.
I don't know shit
Don't
about
know shit about fuck.
budgets,
What?
but
I don't shit about fuck.
I don't know fuck about shit. But I nailed it on
One bed.
box office and
Look, everyone makes fun of me
tomatoes.
until you start doing it.
The tomatoes.
And then you start flying. You sprout your wings. and
Right
you
out the
start flying.
fucking cuff. It rolls. All right, my new favorite part of the show that we've been talking about, we've been doing for just whatever, is the IMDb top and lowest reviews. Remember, we haven't found a movie yet that has not gotten a 10 and has not gotten a 1.
Is this you're saying that because this is one of them?
No, he says it
I'm
every week.
saying that
though.
because
He says
I
every
want it
week.
to happen.
Oh,
I
okay.
want something that's not
He's
going to get
putting
a
it
1.
out in the environment.
Putting it out in the
Talking
ether.
it into existence.
Into
Yeah.
the ether.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? This is the top review from North Eagle of February 16th, 2020.
So this
So
is
Indian
a
Close
couple
to-
months.
couple
This
months
must have
after.
been. It was probably after it came out of theaters. They probably watched it.
He goes, or she goes, it is a fantastic movie, has a great atmosphere and characters, and you will dissolve like sugar in tea in this movie. Screenplay is written screenplay is written every carefully and everything is in its own place. That makes absolutely no sense, but I get what he's saying. Comedy is used very carefully. That become an advantage for this movie. Music is used extremely great. It give harmony and make a bridge between you and
God,
movies.
this is like how I
Yeah, I
text.
don't. It's, it's underselling the ring.
It
the
is.
rating
It
a little
is.
bit.
Also, he spelled colors like every other country but America here. So I'm
you are.
assuming this guy is not from the States. Colors used in environment in movies. They make a new genre of criminal movies. 10 out of 10.
Do they have a most upvoted
That would be it.
comment?
Well,
Okay.
that I sort it by rating, and that's
Okay.
it's
So like,
always
there's
by the
probably
10, yeah.
other 10 out of
There's
10s,
already
but,
but
that's the one
top.
that
I was
came
just
at the
I was
top.
curious.
Right. So 10 out of 10. So the low is from liked. I don't know. LAIGHT.
Sure.
All
Sure.
right.
Also February of 2020.
Oh,
Oh. So like maybe the same day.
Interesting.
Yeah. Why all the praise for a poorly written, overacted,
don't
pretentious
like them.
comedy that has nothing going for it
Pretentious?
except
Oh my
a few
God.
good lines, far too long, far too many dead scenes, far too many jokes that don't work. Save yourself 2 dull hours and
Whacking
watch
off to
something.
dead deer in the bathroom.
Save yourself 2 dull hours and watch something. Anything else? Seriously, 1 out of 10.
I don't like them.
Did
What
you watch the same movie?
Fuck?
Just hate to hate.
This
Just
is not.
hate,
A,
hate.
this is
just
not a comedy.
It's
movie.
not meant to be a comedy movie. This is what? Too many dead scenes?
Just hate to hate.
What
Probably
the fuck?
somebody who's like, I'm on TikTok and I need instant gratification.
I don't like them.
Maybe they thought it was like a cooking knife review or something, and they're like,
Oh,
"Ow,
Knives
ow."
Out. Wait,
Julia Stiles.
Yeah, this is
Julia
not Barbara Walters.
You mean Barbara Streisand?
Whatever.
I went the opposite. I'm trying to get on the joke.
Knives Out.
Martha Stewart is who you're looking for.
Martha something.
Sure.
Martha.
Speaking of characters, who's our
Marsha.
favorite
Marsha.
character
Marsha.
in Knives Out?
Ooh. I feel like for me, it's got to be her. Honestly, like,
Martha.
yeah.
The kid that's a far right pervert. That
Oh my
just
God,
fucking that does the stupidest
the
shit gets
worst.
made fun of the whole
When
time.
she gets all their money and he calls her an anchor baby or something like that,
I
like
was
that's
like,
just
oh my
fucking.
God.
I don't. I've said this before. I try not to pick the main person. You know what I mean? Because that's usually obvious.
get it,
Like
yeah.
you're supposed to like the main person, or else the movie failed. You know what I mean? Like if they're not good at what they're doing.
Sure.
So we try to pick others because that's obvious.
Yeah.
But she did not just her character, but acting wise, like she did such a great job.
Who?
She did.
Ana de Armas, like the
Ana de Armas.
She's so
Marta.
sweet in this
Marta.
movie.
Yeah, because and that's what the detective was saying. He was like, you never lost you as a person. Like you were
So
just a
Family
good
Guy
person
made
through all
Steve-
of this.
Go ahead, do it.
And he even says to her,
Come on, Steve.
had he called an ambulance like you wanted to,
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
he would have lived. They would have told him, nope, everything was fine.
Yep. Well, so I want to piggyback on that. My favorite character is the main guy, Thrombey.
Throbbing.
The
Chris,
grandpa.
fucking Harlan.
Harlan,
Thrombey,
yeah.
Harlan. I just think that scene in which he knows, oh shit, we fucked up, but you didn't fuck
And
up.
he's so calm through the whole thing. And
Right,
he's like,
exactly.
I know that you did not do this on purpose, but you are my best friend and you don't deserve to go down for this. So,
and you know, for somebody
and
who's
fully committed.
Straight shooter.
He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
listen, I wrapped up everything I needed to wrap up tonight, honestly, anyway, so
Right.
it's fine. Like,
Now, you could say in the plot of the movie that, yes, okay, him changing his will so close to them fucking up is kind of, coincidental. But also, isn't that the whole point of it?
well,
You know
but
what I mean?
it was his 85th birthday. I mean, that's all the family was together, so
Right.
obviously he's going to have those kinds of conversations. He's with them.
Right.
But I get it. Like the timing of it is like, oh my God, really? Like he just did all of this. But then even the lawyer says he changed it like a week prior
Right.
or something.
But still, same,
But-
right? Like you're doing it at that same point.
But that's
in
what I
which
mean. So
this
so
happens.
clearly he made the decision and then he chose his 85th birthday to have this conversation, like to share these things with them.
Well,
Because they
I
were
mean,
all coming into town.
exactly,
So he was
yeah.
like, let me take care of this now, have the communications.
Guess
and
what?
then he's
You're
like-
all out.
So then but obviously didn't think about dying because he's even making notes of it being a good idea for a book.
Right.
The morphine
yep.
and stuff like that. So
Good for him. And them himself like wild.
that's not a good way to go.
No.
To
The what the fuck moment.
to willingly do that. Holy fuck. They could have set it up like he drugged himself.
True.
She says she leaves her bag there
Yep.
in the room. Why is that the way? If they really wanted to go suicide route, he could have just made it look like he
know
fucking
why?
injected himself.
Because he's a writer and he wanted to go out like a boss. And he's like, you don't get what
He wanted the drama. The
Yep,
drama.
exactly. He
But
wanted the
even he
drama.
said it. He was like, is that a common way to commit suicide to you? But no, it's not. Like,
not really.
that's not a normal, that's a hateful kill, usually. The throat,
Yeah, oh yeah. Blech.
ick. Yeah, I don't like watching it.
Yeah.
Even in shows like Game of Thrones or movies or like Supernatural or movies like fighting old time like knight movies, medieval movies when they do the throat. That bugs the shit. I cannot.
Not for me,
it
dog.
icks me. Like the slice across.
Ick. Hold on, what are we doing here? Lawful.
What are
new-
you
I want
doing?
to. I want to talk to you guys about
Okay.
something character-wise because I'm curious what Daniel Craig's character would be. So he's a personality trait. Is a personality trait.
I like it. So
matrix.
he's lawful good,
Do you think so? Like super. I thought he was.
but also kind of chaotic.
Yeah, I was thinking neutral, chaotic. That's what I was thinking.
But he's
So
literally
he's-
a
Isn't it
but
fascinating?
He's literally a detective though.
I
so
know,
he is
I
kind
know.
of lawful. Kind of has to be.
So
You
he's-
have to be, but he feels
he-
chaotic, like
he-
Steve
he-
said.
He's Robin Hood.
Maybe he does feel. He does. I get
Looking
that vibe
at
a little
this
bit too.
chart,
I think he's the top row. Can we just say he's the top row? Because the neutral
All
part
of
of
it.
him is that he comes in open-minded. He's not just you know what I mean? He's always
I
like
can't
Stargate.
get away from him being a little
29,
bit fucking wacky,
43.
but maybe
Round
his
it to the
wackiness
nearest.
makes me lead towards the fucking chaotic part.
sorry, I was being Captain.
But
Kirk.
and that's what I mean. I think that's more of just
Rounded
a
to the
character
nearest
trait. Like I don't think
decimal
he
point.
I don't think he is chaotic. I think he's just
I've got you.
eccentric.
Sorry.
I think he's eccentric.
That would be Captain Kirk.
So then I think maybe he's more good neutral.
Yeah.
Because he is lawful and he does have quirks.
someone on the wing.
But
Isn't
he's
Isn't
not.
this fascinating?
Sure.
I find this
I
fascinating.
don't know who a lot of these people out there are.
You ever watch the actual thing from that, Steve? Like the
actual Captain Kirk, Star Trek. It's hilarious.
it's the funniest shit. See, he's good neutral.
Captain's log 2537, rounded off to the nearest decimal point. There seems to be. Sorry, I could sit here and go for that the whole time.
He's chaotic.
Somebody stop me, jump. Hey, I got a bone to pick about Ace Ventura when Nature Calls, when he's just like doing the thing of there's someone on the wing, and she's like, peanut. And she gives him the bag of peanuts. In the initial, or the scene right after it, and when he's eating out of that bag, it's sunflower seeds, not peanuts.
Huh?
Because, he's eating them and spitting them on the guy's fucking arm.
Which one of these do you think fucking Ace
Are you
is?
sure he's not spitting out?
No,
like-
it's sunflower seeds.
Okay.
Bring it up.
Which one do you think Ace
Yeah,
is? Hold on.
Ace
'Cause
Ventura
Ace
is
sits in a
the
weird
Joker.
Fucking
spot.
chaotic. Get out of here. He's
Chaotic.
That's what I'm saying.
He's chaotic,
He's neutral.
evil.
He's
No,
neutral.
he's the
chaotic.
Joker.
He's neutral. Chaotic. But he's not evil. But I don't think he's all. I think he's neutral chaotic.
I think he's like Robin Hood.
What?
I think chaotic good.
Kind of.
Chaotic good. At least
Think
in
of
this
the
scenario,
opening-
the problem is I think these are a little bit weird.
That's
Yeah,
a,
listed
wrong.
That's so. I don't even know who the fuck Omar from The Wire is. So that's
know
hard.
who
To, I,
it is.
I
Don't
can't.
watch The Wire if you don't
But
be
what I
fucked up.
mean is putting
There you
people's
go. Just
names.
do the Matrix.
What I mean is.
Oh no, do The Office. Do The Office.
Where's
Yeah,
that?
do The
Where's that?
Office
Where's
right
that?
there.
Bottom
That
left.
makes okay.
Bottom left. That would make more sense. Maybe the other one. That
But
was
do you know what I like? Putting someone up there that I don't know doesn't give me a good.
True. Right here you
Okay.
go. Okay. Chaotic, true, neutral.
No,
Definitely.
he's. Come on, he's chaotic neutral. He's
Chaotic
He's
good?
Creed for sure. Come on,
He is 100%.
he's
Creed.
Creed.
He is 100% Creed.
Lawful evil.
I don't know.
I
He's
don't
kind of.
know.
He's
I
kind of
don't
Dwight
know.
too.
And this fascinates
But those
me.
are like the different side. But he's not evil.
What about us? What about us?
Although lawful evil makes sense because neither of them are evil people. They're not
Evil.
They're not bad people, but they're evil because they're bad guys in the show. But they follow rules and stuff.
I would say you're a lawful neutral.
Lawful neutral. Okay.
Yeah.
Lawful neutral.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm not evil.
Tara, I'll
Tara's
give.
chaotic evil.
No.
No, she's
I would say.
No,
I would-
she's
No,
not.
she's not.
I would say Tara might be the chaotic good. I think Tara might be the chaotic good. The neutral
You're
evil.
Stanley. You
So-
are Stanley.
I'm not.
You're 100% Stanley.
Here's what I'm gonna say: of the Office characters, that they've put up there, I would be a true neutral. Of the
You
characters,
can't do your own. You're not allowed to do your own. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're not the
Someone
narc
else has
dog.
to do it. Someone else has to do it, Tara.
Are you kidding? He goes around singing all the time. He
Doesn't
makes
matter.
goofy jokes.
But
He's
that we're not talking about.
aloof?
Yeah. We're going off of what we think the definition of these are.
Right.
okay. What? What did you say?
I think all of us live on the top row, maybe a little bit. I think you're chaotic good. I think you're a little chaotic good.
I could see that
Maybe.
more than
You and Steve,
neutral
My-
evil.
I don't know. I don't know. This is wild. This is fun. It's fun to
Wild.
do. Anyways,
Speaking of wild, what was our favorite part of scene in Knives Out?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just because it's collectively good. You know, it's just it's collectively very good. So there's.
I like when he's explaining it when he's breaking it all down for everybody.
Which one? Which character?
Uh,
Chris Evans?
Daniel.
or
You're talking about Daniel Craig at
Craig?
the end.
Yeah. When
Well,
he's breaking
Well,
it down.
I was gonna
Say.
say, but it's also one of the what the
The
fuck moments I was.
conclusion.
Your donut has.
One of my
It's a
favorite
donut
parts.
hole. It's out of a donut hole.
One of my favorite
donut hole,
parts,
that's
though,
donut hole.
is also one of my what the fuck moments, and it's when he stabs her, and it's the fake knife, and he just
What the fuck?
like puts it up again. He's just like.
I've been had, Doc.
Also, when she throws up in his face.
Oh god.
Yeah, okay. You got to give her credit to being like some people hated her acting in this movie. I felt
thought
it
she
was
was
very.
great.
I thought it was super realistic.
It was perfect.
She
I feel
felt
like.
nervous. She felt uneasy. She
Is this
felt
we
like,
talking about the maid again?
I know.
Yeah.
I know how he died, but I can't fucking say anything because who's gonna believe me? Like it was genius.
Hold on,
And
real
they
quick.
even made it like realistic in that she wasn't good at this wasn't something she was good at. She made mistakes.
You son of a bitch.
She made mistakes. She had to keep covering things up. She wasn't good at lying. Even the stuff that she skirted around so she didn't full on lie. She was nervous. You could see that she was nervous saying it.
Oh yeah.
Which he picked up on because he even said, he was like, I knew from the beginning that something was up.
I say, Wally, what do you got?
I can see old Reggie now, sitting there with a smile on his face, listening to me talk about...
No, doggy out.
That's what she reminds me of.
I live here.
No, afuera.
But look, I'm trying.
Hola.
Yes, could you please put Brian back on?
No, doggy afuera.
You're the new housekeeper, aren't you?
See.
Listen, I don't want to point fingers.
All right, anyways.
Mr. Superman not here. Wally, what was your favorite part of this movie? That we've talked about for literally 3 minutes.
I already answered. It was the... Wait, did I answer the what the fuck?
No, you answered when he was breaking it down at the end.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So my favorite part here, it's hard because this movie is very well done. I kind of like the not jump scare, but like the part with the grandma who's seen everything, knows everything.
She jumps
hanging
down and
around.
comes up and she's just sitting there.
Yeah. Like you're not
Ransom?
right. You're not expecting it. Another crazy fun fact. No, I have it in here, so we'll get to it later. But you're not expecting her to be there and expecting her to see anything, but she's. All about it.
One of my favorite parts is when she giggles.
too.
When they're all sitting in the room and he goes off on them and then they walk out and she's like, yeah, y'all
Also,
fuckheads.
isn't there something to be said about the dogs that are in this movie? I was trying to remember where like the dogs
They like people. They like the right people.
Well, I was gonna say they growl at Ransom, don't they? And then they don't Marta or whatever. And
Which is one of the things he said. He was like, when you leave, the dogs know you. They like you. They will not bark at you. But
Right.
Ransom, they were like, get the fuck out of here, guy. We don't know
Good judge
you.
of character.
also
Those are
okay, I take it
beautiful
back.
dogs, too.
I
Those
think
were
my
shepherds. They were
favorite.
beautiful.
They were. I think my favorite part is when he sits down with her in that coffee shop and is like, "Hey, look, let's go in this together." Right, and like trying to see what she knows.
Oh, in the
to see-
restaurant
in
when
the
she's eating
restaurant
the
or
beans or whatever it is.
That
And
felt
he's
like
now
great
you-
acting, by the way.
Dude, when he's like, now you have a full stomach,
Right.
so, and I know you can't lie.
I thought he was
What
trying
was
to
she
get some.
eating? It was just baked beans, wasn't
think
it?
it was
It looked like his
beans or
beans, but it
something,
had
yeah.
like periwinkle bread or something.
Sleeping on some beans and bacon. You guys,
Is periwinkle
it's
a bread?
so good.
Did I just
I'm
make
not
that
a
up?
bean guy.
Did I just make that
no,
up?
So good.
periwinkle's a bread.
The dark isn't
Yeah,
that like the dark,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the Outback bread type of, where it's like dark brown.
There's like stuff in it.
You know, Outback's not for me.
The Outback bread though is what
Dude,
I
I had
thought
a
of,
cold
like
steak
the
there.
bread,
Like, this
the
is
bread that's on the
gross.
side of her beans.
Just give me that fucking onion, that blooming onion. Just give me
Bloomin'
the
onion.
sauce.
They
and I'll
used
eat
to
the damn
have-
onion.
So it's
They used to have the
Right.
best macaroni and
I'm
cheese,
good.
and then they fucking changed it. When I was younger, I used to love going there because they did their mac and cheese where it was like full penne noodles, and it was so creamy and stuff. And they fucking changed it. Now it's spirals and it's spicy and it's got breadcrumbs in it.
I got an important question to ask both of you.
Is it about
yes,
macaroni and
go ahead.
cheese? Because I'm ready.
When's the last time
Oh.
you went to Panera?
I don't go to Panera.
I go probably every couple months, maybe.
Is it not just hospital food?
That's why I don't go to Panera. It's just sandwiches.
When was
and
the last
soup.
time you were in the hospital eating?
I don't know. Carrick went through cancer and stuff, so
I'm just asking you guys. I've been in the hospital
I
multiple
feel
I
times.
like
used
it
to go to
was-
Panera at least once every 2 months.
I will tell you, they don't like to feed you whole foods usually
They
in
don't.
hospitals.
no. Well, it depends on what you're in there for, too.
Yes.
Specifically,
They used to have the smokehouse turkey something panini and it was great, and I got that from like 2008 on to like when they discontinued in like 2019, and I'm fucking mad.
Put a hole in the table.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm mad.
Yes,
I have a qualm.
do it. Qualm it up.
Go ahead, good.
Arby's
Roast beefing.
used to have
Got the meats?
a sandwich that I loved there. I'm not a roast beef person, but I love curly fries. And I used to
too,
go to
so
Arby's.
One seasoned curly.
I used to go.
You get the seasoned curly and a normal thing of fries, and you're like, oh,
Ooh,
it's
my
like a-
day of lucky.
it's like a gift.
Yep.
That's the dream. That's the dream. But I used to go to Arby's and I would get the cordon bleu sandwich, which was chicken with
Sure,
cheese and
sure.
ham.
Chicken
They took it off.
cordon bleu.
They took it off the menu a few years ago. It's back on the menu. I know this for sure because
Back on the menu, boy.
I know people who have gone to Arby's and have gotten it more
Meat
than one
is back
time.
on the menu. Yes.
It's still not on the DoorDash menu.
Those fucking assholes.
And it makes me, because I don't live near Arby's,
Panera, look, I get
but it's
I
close
get the-
enough to where I can order it.
So
But it's
you're
not
saying
on the
you don't-
DoorDash
You
menu.
don't drive through Leonardtown at all?
No!
Why not?
To go where?
I can guess.
Unless I'm
somewhere.
going
Bud's
to
Creek, There's only
Leonardtown.
two ways out of this whole area.
There's a
so
house
that
over
has-
there that you might go to sometimes.
Anyways,
Perhaps not really. Not late. Not since it's been out.
Good.
let me defend Panera real fast.
Do it.
It is like hospital food, but you can't get bread bowls full of soup at a lot of locations.
I don't
not
like.
wrong.
I don't
Broccoli
like that.
cheddar soup
You're not wrong. In
inside
a
of
bread
a
bowl.
fat fucking bread bowl
And
is
then you just eat the
something
bread.
something to be
God,
if discovered if you have.
you're not
It's
wrong.
delicious.
You're gonna make me want to just go there one
You
day.
can
be
just
like,
keep. It's like infinite soup.
Yeah, yeah.
You just keep, and then
keep
you
going.
can eat. You can eat it afterwards.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's a
glorious.
soup. It's a bowl. You eat it. You take it with you. It don't matter.
it's simple.
I like simple.
Anyways,
Speaking of simple,
simple Jack.
any what the you simple Jack. Any what the fuck moments for us other than that?
When she throws up in his face is kind of a, because also you're not the first time you see it, you're not expecting it because you just assume she didn't lie because she didn't get sick.
Right.
So that she then finding out she held it in that whole time and then
Right.
threw up right on him.
Right.
Because the rest of the movie she's grabbing something to throw up into, and in this one she's just like, no, I'm gonna let him
No, I'm just gonna throw
let
it.
him take that in.
You're right.
What the fuck?
I don't think I have a really goes along the lines with you. I don't think I have a really big what the fuck moment where I was like in shock and awe. That's what I chalk up my what the fuck
Sure, yeah,
moments
yeah.
too, right?
Nope, Terry's
Like,
got one.
The throw up is a true what the fuck moment, but I think a good what the fuck moment is when they're like is when she finds out he stops her from confessing and he's like, you knew. He explains that she knew the right bottle by feel, and it shows her go to pick up the one and then put it down and pick up the other one, even when they were labeled.
which is
I
bullshit.
love
by
that
the way.
was a
That's
good
my
what
what
the
the
fuck.
fuck.
Shit, okay.
I don't
That's-
think so.
That is my what the fuck.
You can
He
feel
said,
things.
he
You can
said,
feel
like he
things.
said, they have the ever slightless different densities, and so when she picked it up, she
The
felt the
term
difference
he used
in it.
was viscosity,
You're my
which is
density.
which is essentially the thickness of the beverage, the floatiness
Yeah.
of the beverage.
Which you could, I mean, you can see the liquid in there, but
I'm just
also
gonna call bullshit.
that can also, but that can also change
I'm
the
gonna call
feel
bullshit.
of the bottle.
Yeah.
If something is thicker, it doesn't slosh around as much when you pick it up as something else.
Thicker
So
than a
like,
Snicker.
I don't understand if there's actually more in there weight wise, but those bottles are super small bottles. I don't think so. They're not like the fucking medicine creatine bottles or whatever they are.
I don't know. Wally was in the
Glass
movie,
slides.
so it
I know.
must be
I know.
true.
I'm just saying.
It must
That'd
be
be
true.
what the fuck.
But that was
What
to
the
me. But
fuck?
to me, that was
No,
a good
no.
what the fuck because up until then, you still thought she accidentally poisoned him. That's the
Touche.
first time you
Touche.
realize you're like, oh my god, she didn't even because he turned it around on her and she still gave him the correct thing by feel, not by reading the bottle.
It's cool conceptually,
but also
but in my
because
eyes, maybe a little bit
Conceptually
whole
hard
movie-
to
to
whole.
swallow.
but the entire movie,
Preparation.
you're thinking she did this, and that's what led to all of these things, and it didn't actually
hour
happen
of the
that way.
movie. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
Didn't actually think that way.
You're right. Thinking of things. The fun facts of the fucking week. Shut up. Rian Johnson kept strict control over how much each actor knew about the script to make sure those playing characters in the dark were as confused as people they were portraying.
Old Rian Johnson. That's cool.
Wait,
like
say
it.
Let
it
the
again?
actors.
So basically,
feel it.
he made it where he didn't give a script to everybody that was the same to know what was happening. He
So
kept
they
the
got
characters.
like pieces that he kept stuff from
Correct.
them.
So no one knew who the actual murderer was
That's
or
kinda-
whatever
that's cool.
happened. Yeah.
I like
So then
that.
that way you're playing it as a
You're-
whodunit.
and you're getting some raw
Exactly.
emotions,
Right,
raw
like,
acting.
I didn't fucking do shit because it doesn't say that in my script.
Isn't it crazy when they give the script and they're like, you can't say shit forever?
Oh, they
Like
got
they- Mark
NDAs, it's
Hamill,
wild. Oh,
they're
yeah.
like, look, that's your father.
Right.
You can't tell someone for a year
Until the movie comes
yeah,
out.
I'll
I've
be
seen,
like,
I mean,
I can't do it.
they've talked to actors and shows and stuff before where they're like, oh no, like my husband loves the show and I held strong. I
Think
did
about
not
that,
tell
right?
them.
Like I can't tell the person I'm married to that, hey, guess what? I die in this season. But I
Although
see that you're not working
but
next
so,
year,
like,
so
I'm-
Then
but
you got
I'm-
the Tom
I'm
Hollands
the
that
kind
just
of
give the whole
person-
thing like,
Right.
everybody dies.
Oops.
Do you? Are you? So I have friends who are like this, but I'm the kind of person I wouldn't want to know because I enjoy the show. I wouldn't
Right,
want.
yeah,
I
don't
wouldn't
tell
want
me. Don't
spoilers.
fucking tell me.
But I have friends who, while they're watching movies, will look up what happens in a movie.
Those
and I'm like,
people
oh
you don't
my
want to be friends with
God.
anymore.
Why?
Negative.
Like halfway through, they'll have, and I think what it is sometimes it's halfway through they'll have an assumption and they want to know if they're right and they don't want to wait till the end of the movie to find out. So like they'll
Get outta
look
here.
it up, and I'm like, oh my god.
I'm with Steve on this
I'm
one.
gonna need. I'm gonna
Unless
need a
it's
list
about
of
an
names.
animal dying, I don't want to look it up. You know what I mean? Unless
want
it's
a
about
list
an
of
animal
these
dying, I'm not
people's
looking shit
names,
up.
and I'm gonna stay away from them because they don't want it. I don't want them in my life.
Yeah, I don't. That's like people that they play a video game and they start off with the cheat codes.
Nope.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
No, the cheat
Don't like
codes are once you've already gone through it and you're like, okay, let's see what I can do now that I had like with this other,
Not
or
for me,
like even
Doug.
in Sims or something. Like you try to do the Sims game without doing the cheat code to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
all the money, and then you go back and you're like, okay, let's see how much easier this can be, how much better this house can be without the cheat codes.
I'm making that mansion. In the commentary, director Rian Johnson describes Chris Evans's entrance when the barking dogs surround him at the will reading as some of the best acting he's ever seen because dogs love Chris Evans and Chris Evans loves dogs.
It's true. He
Makes you feel better about him.
he just posted, I think last week or this weekend about his dog. He adopted his dog, and he just posted it was like a certain year mark,
Yeah,
like
sure.
a 10-year mark or
Well, that's
something
nice.
of
Did
what
you guys
he's
hear
had.
his stories with him as like actor friends? They hang out for a while and they just
Yeah.
stop hanging out with him because he's something they don't disclose necessarily why they stop hanging out with him.
What?
Like a lot of the Avengers crews, where they go out and hang out and they'd be like, "Yeah, don't hang out with this guy."
I'd be, like,
I've
passive-aggressive.
I've heard
the opposite of him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
That he's the one who's always inviting people back,
Scarlett
and they're just like,
Johansson, Jeremy Renner, they all said they would go out and hang out with this guy, and then they'd be like, they were saying passive aggressive shit about him afterwards, in a non
Yeah, threatening,
super
yeah,
combative
yeah.
way. But I was
I
like,
think he might be a little too left leaning for some people, and he's like, "Hey,
Sure.
fuck these people that you're making money from, and don't work with them."
I don't think they were. Oh, maybe they were talking about
so-
business. Who knows?
what's the guy who's in the new Captain America?
the new Captain
Mackie,
America.
yeah.
Anthony
The
Mackie.
one that's like, fuck
Mackie.
America.
He was talking in an interview recently.
Not my Captain America.
How he went over like when they
DEI hire.
when they were making Endgame. When they were making
Yeah,
Endgame, and Mackie went over and he was hanging out with Chris Evans. He was talking about, this was an interview recently.
Sure.
And he said, I was hanging out with him and he was like, dude, like, can you believe it? And he was like, I don't. And he was like, oh my God, have you not read the script they sent us? And he said he was more excited for me. Like he brought me out the script and I was reading it
Yeah.
about him getting the shield at the end. About him getting
Spoilers!
Captain. Endgame's been out long enough, guys. And the new one is out,
Who's
so
kicking
you
this
know.
table?
It was me, my knee just hit it, sorry. But he was talking, he was like,
me.
he said he was reading it and Chris Evans is sitting across from him just like
wasn't
like
the one.
waiting for him to get to the part.
Was the one I'm
And Mackie, he said he was like, dude, like, I've never seen someone so excited about losing their job. Like you're so
That is funny,
you're
right?
so
Yeah.
excited. But he said he was so happy to be able to be the one who like
Well, he still had
could
he
pass
still
that
had
along.
the possibility of reprising the role
I love
in
him.
contract, right? He was one of the few people
Yeah,
that
yeah,
still had that might come back.
He also reminds me like
You
when
want to tell me about that? No.
with
I don't think I will.
interviews with interviews that I've seen
no
with
for me,
with
dog.
him and like co-stars and stuff, he reminds me he gives off very much Paul Rudd vibes where like he's just like giggling with his his co-stars
Yeah.
in interviews and stuff
Seems cool.
where they're just like making he laughs. I feel like he's easy as far as humor goes because he laughs at almost everything, I feel like.
I'm easy.
But they look like true laughs. They're not like the fake
Sunday
laughs.
morning.
They're not like the fake laughs where like, oh, this guy just fucking laughs at everything.
Why are we best friends? What? Anyways, despite playing his mother in the film, Kay Callahan is 6 years and 27 days younger than Christopher Plummer. Plummer was born on the 13th of December in 1929, and Callan was born on the 9th of January, 1936. These are some old motherfuckers.
But do you think that's like when you get
Male,
that
female thing?
when you get that role, are you like awesome? I'm so glad you think I look old enough to
Just
have
pay
this
me
fucking-
at this point. Pay me.
I think
guess.
it gets
I'm
to that point.
106.
I
I think
guess.
it gets to that point.
But
where you're
knowing
like,
that
well, we
she's
can't
not
cast a
only
young person.
knowing that she's not only not old enough to be his mom, but is actually 6 years younger than him is wild.
At that point, when you were born in 1936 and he was born in 1929, you look the same.
And you're just not
You're fucking
arguing at this
old.
point. You're just
Right.
like whatever.
I mean, he looked kind of good for being that old. If I'm being
Pretty
honest,
good.
didn't look
Some
bad.
would say the best old guy
He
you've ever seen.
didn't look bad. He probably moisturizes.
We got this new thing. It's called IV Mect. Tara's done. Anyways, Rian Johnson contemplated cutting Blanc's donut speech, but Craig convinced him that it was good. Watching the actor deliver it sold him on keeping the entire thing, and it became a fan favorite.
Thank God,
Scene.
because it's eccentric.
It also
right?
makes
So
the
him.
character.
Yes,
And if you
yes.
don't have that scene, I don't think you have the sequels
Wait,
in which
which
they
part?
go to.
I'm
the
s-
donut scene.
Oh, that's what I thought you
I'm
said.
so
but then I
curious
was,
if
I
there's
took
been
my headphones up.
something been? I'm curious
I
if
can
there's
still hear you
movies.
speak.
I know I'm joking.
I'm curious if there's movies
Trying to make comedy of it.
where they've cut stuff like that that's been that important.
Oh, yeah.
There has to have been.
Is that just going to sleep?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just going to give me edit the power
Interesting.
the power
No, you're
plant
good.
shit.
It's done with us. Like, you guys have been talking way too fucking long.
Oh,
And
no,
we're
we
back.
fixed it. Hey, I had written into the script that Blanc speaks with a subtle Southern accent, says Rian Johnson. And after they all finished laughing, he explains that Daniel Craig researched accents and became attached to historian Shelby Foote's cadence and drawl. So it kind of that, it's a little Foghorn Leghorn, and it's also a little Harlem Pepper, which is Christopher Guest's character in Best in Show, which is funny because Christopher Guest is Jamie Lee Curtis's husband in real life. It's Shelby Foote.
Prominent Southern families for the youngest son to go to
All right, all
military
right.
life.
Yeah,
And,
that's it.
Little Foghorn
before
Leghorn.
long, they went south. With
Doesn't
Oh,
he
yeah,
call him?
100%,
Doesn't he call him that in the
100%.
movie?
He does, yeah.
Chris Evans,
Which
or
makes it
something calls him
funny.
that?
But it makes
Someone
sense.
does.
It's literally how he talks. And it's great. And it makes the character.
I
Yes.
say now, son.
It's
I
funny
say.
because you think people that have a Southern accent. I personally like. It was portrayed when I was younger that a lot of those people weren't intelligent, right? So it felt like it was dumbing it down. But a lot of the smartest people that I've met,
Yeah.
like hidden smart.
Yeah.
And I think it's hidden because of their accent, which seems
'Cause
so
of their
unfair.
drawl.
Yeah. But a lot of them are shit. A lot of these people
Which is
like,
really just an
Which is
accent.
sad.
An accent is based on what you've grown up around. So you
Exactly.
talk
Yeah,
like that
exactly.
because that's what you hear and that's what you're picking up on. But
Exactly.
that should not. You're right. That shouldn't correlate to what your intelligence level is. But I get what you're saying.
I don't know. Where I'm going. Anyways, final decision time. Out of 10, what would we rate this movie? Is it a must watch, recommend, skip? And what would we give it out of 10? I said that, but why?
yes. I'm going to get it 8.7.
8.7.
It's a good movie. This is a
good
really
whodunits.
good movie. And I saw the second one first and the first one second.
That's
and I watched
weird.
this a couple weeks ago, probably a month ago.
What do you
now.
like better?
Well, because technically they don't need to.
I like the first one. I like the first one better.
Okay.
I do
Because
like
technically
the
the
first
order
one better.
doesn't. They're different stories. So
True,
it doesn't,
true,
They don't
true.
affect
Yeah.
each
But
other.
I feel like the second movie, you're getting more of a funny character in him. Is Mel Blanc or not Mel Blanc?
Watching them backwards, I remember vividly watching the second one first, and they don't really give like character intro like when Daniel Craig came on.
Yeah,
it's like
because you're
it's
already
like you
supposed to
already
know
was supposed to know what he
who
was
he
the
is,
kind of
yeah.
person he was.
Right.
And I had no idea. I had
Did
to
you
find it out
know
for
that
myself.
this was a sequel, or you just watched the second one?
I did know that The Glass Onion was a sequel,
But
but
it
I
was-
didn't give a shit.
Because it is. Because
So I just watched
because
it
it is and
anyways.
it isn't. Like we were saying, it's like it's the second in the series, but it's not technically a sequel to the first one because it's not connected at all.
It's not.
Does a sequel have to be a sequel in story?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's
That's-
literally just. It's like the case files of
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. It's
Blanc.
like that's what I'm saying. It's like the sequel in the series, but it's not a continuation.
It's like
of
the
the
Hadley
first one.
Boys.
I would recommend, and I would say this is a must
Watch a
watch.
Raging Clue right now.
It's a breath of fresh air. It's you're used to formats of movies, and this doesn't seem like to follow format because it's a whodunits movie. If it's a murder mystery,
I like a
that's
good murder
like a
mystery.
triple A murder mystery.
I love a
Great.
good murder. I
That's
think
it.
we should. So for Halloween this year, I think we should do we should reenact a murder mystery or something while we're watching a movie somehow, and like
Steve's
Play
looking
it
for
out.
an excuse to kill us both.
We're like while we make sure all four of us are on it, and while we're doing the podcast,
Steve,
we're
how would
also
you-
trying to figure out who the murderer is.
exactly
Type of thing.
If you got to get away with a murder, how would you do it?
Oh, but you've asked this before. I
We've
think.
asked this.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
my how it's gonna go. is
Methodology
changed.
change.
So what I do is, I slowly poison whoever's food over a period of time to where they're like not really wondering why.
This
why am I getting
person must
sick?
be living with you because
No.
how are you doing that food?
He's just sneaking into a random person's house every
Yeah.
evening.
Every
That doesn't
night.
mean I'm doing that. That means I might have access to somebody who can do something.
Okay.
Right? So I slowly get them to be sick off of something that they don't realize that they're eating or drinking or whatever every day, right? And then they slowly just die.
Steve's been getting me fat for years through Tiffany. It all makes sense.
figured me
It
out.
all makes sense.
I got a hole in
Anyways.
the backyard I've been digging for 6 months.
Big fucking hole.
6 months, yeah.
It's like a kid pool. Kiddie pool.
I'm going to put a deck over top of it. And then I'm going to always, when I'm on my deck doing barbecue, I'm going to be like, that fucking piece of shit underneath this.
Pouring a beer.
Yep. One for me,
none for you.
one for him. I wouldn't kill you.
That ground would suck up that beer so quick.
Nom, 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 nom.
Just brings me back to life.
All right, Tara, what are you giving this out of 10?
Okay. I'm giving this movie a 9.
Ooh.
I know. I don't give them out.
No in German.
I don't give them out,
I don't give them out,
A
but I have
lot.
like 4 9s.
but I'm just but out of 200 and something movies,
Let's
I'll
say
say
like
like
150. Let's say
150,
150. yeah.
whatever. But this is, to me, this is a great movie.
Great.
And I don't have any qualms with it. I don't have parts where I'm like, oh, that's not needed. I don't have parts where I'm like, that's too slow. I don't have, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
I think it's great.
I concur with all
I
of
think
that.
it's great. I think it's 100% a must watch. And I don't understand how anyone couldn't like it.
I agree with that. I mean, I can see somewhat why some people wouldn't like it, but I don't agree with them, right? Like, I can see the fact that people would be like, well, I don't like...
They're wrong.
They are 100% wrong, but I'm saying there's
I
certain
know these things
people-
are supposed to be objective, but
I get you.
I just...
Like, think about what you're saying earlier of someone that you have friends with who are like, oh, I can't fucking wait. I got to find out what's going on in the movie. Those people wouldn't like this. They don't want to sit and squalor going, what's going to happen?
I would argue that I think that's what's nice, like what I said earlier.
Worst people.
Is they give you what you think is all of the information up front.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know that you're about to get thrown off other info as you're watching. Because a lot of
That's
people...
the thing about a murder mystery. It's that goes along with the murder mystery cadence.
But usually,
if you will.
even in a murder mystery movie like The Death on the Nile and stuff like that, you don't know.
I don't even know what that is, but
It's
sounds
another
dope.
one like this. It's
Death on
another
the
one.
Orient Express.
It's another one like
fed
this.
to
It's got Gal
an
Gadot.
alligator.
It's got Gal Gadot in it
Yeah,
and
she
some other
sucks.
people. Or
She's
like,
not a
or
woman.
like
Good
murder
roundhouse.
on the Orient Express. It's along those same lines. The Nile, Death on the Nile,
Gotcha.
whatever it's called.
Well, let me wrap this up here with my review. To me, this is as close as we're going to get to a modern classic movie. Its storytelling, its atmosphere,
See?
and acting
See?
are all some of the best we have seen
Yep.
and will see in some time.
Yep.
I also love a good whodunit story, and this is an all-timer. 8.5 out of 10, must watch.
It's excellent.
Pretty much unanimous across the boards.
Look at
So
us.
good.
Look at
Yeah.
us.
This might be maybe in the top 10 of our overall scores
once they're
that we've
updated,
done.
it
And if
might
you want to,
be.
if you're still watching, listening, subscribe, obviously, but also go to our website, www.thedecisionreel.com. You can find all of our past scores. You can find our store tab where you can get fucking merch and look
Hey.
good. Hey.
Look at us t-shirts.
Look at us. T-shirts. I don't know. Whatever. Next week, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know where we're going from here, but we're going to review a movie. Sorry, we're going to try to review a movie
Nice.
and probably not talk about it for other than 14 minutes. But that's why you're here. That's what you love doing. So join us next week on that. And with that,
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
That's the way it was.
Walter Cronkite.
And that's the way it was.
That's the way the crooked
That's
come
the
to-
way that I was. That's what I was going to do next.
See you guys.
Bye.